Medlicious, along with Ryan Richard, to bring you the Division I semifinal playoff game between the number 2 Nashua North Titans and the number 3 seeded Purple Panthers. Their 15th meeting in just 6 years, and their 7th meeting in about 7 weeks. So their second meeting, rather, in 7 weeks. And then the last one on October the 9th, South victorious 38-21. Ryan, should be a very interesting afternoon. And you were saying before we went on the air, you don't think it's going to be as high a scoring game as the last one.
Well, you never know with these rivalry games. You could really think that with both offenses, if you like offense, this is the game for you, because both teams are averaging 30 points per game, but you never quite know what to expect in a rivalry game, because last year these teams put up big numbers, but when it came time for the Turkey Bowl, it was in the 20s and 30s, not what we were used to seeing from both these teams. But if you like offense, we got 2 great quarterbacks for you. Keith Fargas, he started as a sophomore, and history is known because he's really turned it on his last 2 years, putting up big numbers. His counterpart on the other end for North is Brandon Carhanis, and don't be fooled, he might not get the hype that Fargas does, but this kid has a cannon for an arm.
Well, when this split took place 6 years ago, many people wondered whether the football program and the other athletic programs would be watered down by 2 schools, or whether or not it would be years before we saw them get to a championship game. And here we are. Both teams have been to the big dance. South has won one. North lost last year. And one of them is going to the championship again this year.
Yep, for the last 3 years, a national school has been in the postseason. Like you said, South made it all the way to championship, and they won it. North lost a heartbreaker last year to Salem, but both teams are looking to get back to the promised land. So we'll see which team will prevail, but both teams' defenses are the key for who will come out on top to win this one.
Well, South won the toss, and they've chosen to defer, so North will be defending the goal to our left and receiving. And South will be kicking off. They want to go on defense first and do some hitting, apparently. So we'll see what that decision brings. Our officials today, the referee is Paul Page. The umpire is Jeff Susette. Our linesman is Richard Driscoll. The line judge is Sean Bean. And the back judge is Rich Boulay. As we said, for November, it's just a picture-perfect afternoon for this contest. And again, the winner will go on to meet the winner of the Pinkerton-Salem game, and we'll provide you with updates during the course of our broadcast on that contest. Nashua Titans, the North, in their blue uniforms with white and teal trim, and the Panthers in their white jerseys, purple pants with purple trim on the jerseys. And good news, prior to the game, we learned that Cooper Doucette, Super Coop, will be coming home this weekend, and he's expected to make an appearance at the Turkey Bowl on Thanksgiving Day.
That's great news. I know this North team went through a lot of turmoil through the offseason, with Cooper Doucette going down, and it's so great news that Cooper will finally be back for Thanksgiving. I know the coaching staff is really excited to see him when he comes back next week.
Well, Chris Dennis tees the ball up. Back deep for the North is Andre Williams and Jamar Gottwright, and we're set to go. It's an end-over-end kick. Going down inside the 5, and at the 1, it is taken by Gattwright. He's up across the 10, the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, up across the 40 to the 42-yard line before he is finally brought down. And coming in to make the tackle, it looked like number 21, Nick Pulio, but a great run back to the 43-yard line is where they spot the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Now they might mark it back at the 41. It'll be 1st and 10 there for North.
You said it, Ed. Jamar Gathright, this hesitated for a moment, but this hit the hole with a burst of speed, and North will have great field position to start this drive.
From the shotgun formation, the snap goes to Kakanis, and he hands it off, and breaking right up the middle across the midfield stripe, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Touchdown on the first run from scrimmage by North.
Andre Williams, after serving a 2-game suspension, comes back and with a big play right off the get-go for big touchdown for Nashua North as they get on the board first.
Well, a 59-yard touchdown run, and all of a sudden it is 6-0, and going for the point after now will be North, going for the point by kick. Ball's placed down, the kick is up, and it is good. And splitting the uprights for the Titans was Kyle Regan, and it's a 7-0 game with 11:42 to go. Maybe you were wrong, Ryan.
I think
this might
I was.
Be a high-scoring
Just
game.
like that, the Titans get on the board. Andre Williams had 82 yards against South in their first meeting, and he's off to a great start to start this football game. And the one thing for South is talking to head coach of the defense, Al Neville. He was saying that they had a great practice all week, and they were trying to figure things out after coming off that hard loss against Central. Pretty much Central just lined up and ran right at them. I know the South coaching staff can't be happy with that giving up the big long run for a touchdown. Hopefully they can figure things out when they come on the field next. But just like that, North is on the board.
Well, you have to wonder now about South's decision to defer after winning the
Yes.
toss. All right, it's Brandon Gauthier and Derek Paradise back deep, waiting for the kick from Regan for the Titans. And all of a sudden, with just a few seconds elapsed here, it is 7-0. 18 seconds gone on the clock. Imagine that.
Well, we said these teams can score in a heartbeat, and we saw it there with Williams.
Another high end-over-end kick, and dropping back, taking it inside the 5-yard line. It is Paradise. He's up across 15, fights his way to the 20, and that's going to be it. He is wrapped up and hit hard by number 44, Chris Anderson. And so South will go on the offense at their own 20-yard line, trailing 7-0.
Gauthier took it at his own 5-yard line and got back to the 20. So this is where South will start their first possession. We'll see if they can strike back after already trailing 7-0 early in this first quarter.
Well, we'll see. They come out with a spread formation.
Derek Paradise is one person to watch. He had 29 carries for 227 yards against North. They like to set up the run early in the first possession.
Farkas hands it to the first man through, and getting up across the 20 to about the 23-yard line was Garthright.
You're going to call that name a lot. Jamar Gathright is everywhere on this defensive side for North, and you see right there, he makes a big tackle on first down.
Now we have a Titan player shaken up, so the officials call for an official timeout.
That looks to be number 44, Chris Anderson.
Chris Anderson, who made a great tackle on the opening kickoff. And he's down on the knee, so the training staff going out. And South was ready to come right up to the line of scrimmage, so this is going to slow them down if they were thinking of a no-huddle offense. Anderson's up now. He's coming up under his own power and gets a nice hand from the great crowd. We were told by Bob Bates and others, a better crowd here today than the regular game back on October the 9th.
Yeah, this is what you like to see, a big turnout for both teams. Chris Anderson, this looked to be a little shaken up on the play that time. He started as a sophomore. He's really come on his junior year, and the coaching staff really likes what they've seen out of him all season.
Again from the shotgun spread formation. Paradise now moves over to the left of his quarterback. Farkas calling signals, motion from the right, and the handoff again goes to Paradise, straight up the middle. He's up across 25 to about the 28-yard line, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 2.
On these 3rd down 2 situations, we've seen South sometimes like to run with Farkas a lot lately. They've take the reins off him, and he's been running a lot more down the home stretch of the season.
Quickly up on the line of scrimmage. Again, Paradise, the lone running back, motion. And a handoff, and then, no, the pitch back goes to McCray, and he has trouble getting the handle on it. He's thrown for a loss all the way back to the 26-yard line, and so that'll bring up a 4th down, so it's 3 and out for South.
That time, Farkas has hesitated on pitching the ball, and it was just behind McCray, and by the time McCray finally got the ball, there's a swarm of North defenders there to bring him down for a big loss on the play.
Gathright, the single safety, waiting to punt from Farkas. He gets up a high punt. And Garthright's going to take it bounce. It takes the South roll down inside the 30, and it's going to be down on about the 28-yard line. And that's where North will take over for their second series with 10:15 to go here. It's 7-0 North over South in the Division I semifinal game.
That was a good play by Gathright. You see some high school kids, when the ball starts to bounce on a punt, try to pick it up and make a play, but that time he just let the ball bounce and give his team pretty good field position for the second time having the ball in the game.
You know, I kind of followed Paradise on that pitch on the last play, and he actually would have had a 1st down had they given him the football.
Yes, they've been working him the first couple of runs. He had good gains.
Arcanis hands it off to the second man through. And running with it is, looked like Andre Williams, the ball carrier.
That time, Williams on the second run of the game had nowhere to go.
Full center of the South defensive line to stack him up. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And neither team using a huddle. North right up in the line of scrimmage.
Lucas Belvo and Alan Odell on the tackle that time for the Panthers.
This is their 3rd offensive play, and they're leading 7-0. Again, the handoff goes, and breaking up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Not Andre Williams, looked like Javon Williams. And it'll be a 3rd down and a long yard to go for a 1st down.
This is where South's defense needs to make a big play. Force the North to punt right here.
And the handoff went to Gathright, and he gets nowhere. Good second effort, but they stack him out as he tried to run laterally, and it'll be up a 4th down. So North will make their first punt of the afternoon.
That's a big stop for South. Andre Williams tries to bust it to the outside after being stuffed up the middle, and great pressure by South to force him to the outside where he had no running room to go, and a big punt for North right here.
Gauthier down in single safety. The kick is away. It's end over end. Bounces at about the 35 and will bounce out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Right at the 30-yard line. So no damage this time by North, and South will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. They trail 7-0. 8:40 to go here on ETV, Channel 99, the educational channel in Nashua. Responsible for bringing you not only meetings of the Board of Education, but athletic events and activities at all schools in Nashua, public and private. Farkas having a little discussion with Paradise. Now in motion, back to pass. Farkas fires it over the middle. Intended for Paradise, incomplete. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
That time, Fargas just right over the middle. He had Gauthier for a moment, but just a split second, just more, he would have hit his man in stride, but an incomplete pass. First pass of the game for Fargas, just off the mark that time.
Quickly, no huddle by the South. The running back is Paradise. Back of the shotgun, Farkas. In motion now, Basora. Farkas back to pass again, looking, steps up in the pocket, has time, fires it out there. The man is there, and it's overthrown. All alone downfield, number 82 for the South Panthers, Pat Bolton, and just overthrew him. And he had about a 6-7 yard gain on the closest defender from North.
That he did. Fargas, under pressure, stepped up in the pocket, and Bolton wide open. If he would have hit his man in stride that time, we would have been talking about 6 for the Panthers.
Again from the shotgun. Farkas looking over the situation. Has Paradise, the lone setback with him. Now he steps up. He's changing his play. In motion, Basora again. They fake the handoff to Basora, rolling to the left, firing it out on the flat, and intercepted! Intercepted by Anton Marinichek. And he's running down the sidelines and is going to be knocked out of bounds down inside the 25 at about the 20-yard line.
That time, Anton Marinichek just sitting down in the zone coverage. Gauthier coming on an out pattern, and Marinichek just right there for the interception. A costly turnover for the Purple Panthers.
So North takes over 1st and 10. The ball is at the 21-yard line of the South.
That's not what you want to see from your senior quarterback, Fargas, just off the mark on his first 3 passes early in this first quarter.
Karkanis now calling the signals, and he pitches it back, and running around the left side with it is number 30, and that is Andre Williams, and he gets down inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. And you know, a lot of these South kids were here early. I got here early this morning, Ryan, and they were here. They were kind of laying out on the field, listening to the tunes, kind of getting themselves ready and getting in the zone. And so far, it's the edge has got to go to North.
Yeah, they have come out like gangbusters right now. They got the early touchdown and then forced the turnover, and North has all the momentum right now. This one's Carhanis. Carhanis is going to run with it. Carhanis still on his feet. Carhanis down to the 10-yard line. Carhanis that time showing his feet. It'd be close to a first down on the play.
See where they mark it. It's going to be awful close, but from here, I'd say it's going to be 3rd and inches. So Carhanis brings him up from the shotgun, and he hands it off to the big man, Andre Williams, and he fights down close to the 10. If he gets inside the 10, it'll be 1st and goal. They mark it right on the line. We'll see as they unpile. It's going to be good for a first down. Just a matter of it's just inside the 10. So 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. North knocking on the door with 7:17.
You said it, the big man Andre Williams that time getting the first down. He is the workhorse for the Titans. You're going to see him carry the ball at least 20 to 30 times this afternoon.
And this time they hand it off to Jamar Gothright, trying to come around the right side. He's down inside the 5. Touchdown!
Jamar Gothright that time showing his speed, and he got a great block by his counterpart, Andre Williams, to free him up to get across the end zone. And just like that, Ed, the Titans up 13-0.
You have to wonder now what going through the minds of the South players. They won the toss and they deferred, and all of a sudden they're down 13-0.
It's their defense that has really hurt the Panthers. They have to execute and win ball games. It's the running is what a lot of teams are this loading up and this pounding right at them. And we've seen twice 2 rushing touchdowns against this Panther defense. And now they find themselves trailing 14-0.
Andre Williams gets his 2nd point after, and I don't think anyone imagined that this was going to be this type of game this early, with North definitely trying to shut it down. So we're trying to figure out, this is the 15th meeting. Somebody on the field said they think the split is about 8-6 in favor of South, but North certainly would like to go back to the dance. They were there last year, lost a heartbreaker, and they would like to go back there. And then that, of course, makes, regardless, we know one of these teams is going to the finals next week. So if there's a Nashua championship to either school, it certainly makes things even more interesting for Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, it surely does, and especially in Division I. Out of all the 4 teams, anyone can win it. There really hasn't been a clear-cut favorite. I know, talking to Jack Gotti, Brian O'Reilly, they can't remember a year like this when you got so many teams in Division I that could take home the trophy at the end of the year.
Gauthier and Paradise are deep, waiting for Regan's kick. It's 14-0 North with 7:01 to go. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it is going to be Gauthier down inside the 2. Up across the 10, 15, 20, still on his feet, across the 25 before he's tripped up, and tripping him up for the North Titans is number 8, Eric Mawarte.
Ute that time tripped up Gauthier. If he didn't trip up Gauthier might have been taking that one all the way down the sideline for a long gain. But this time, once again, South starting it deep in their own end, this time at the 25-yard line. They haven't had great field position at all to start this ball game.
They've started at the 20, the 30, and now the 25. They come out wide, and it is Farkas stepping back into the shotgun. Paradise, the lone setback behind him. And it's going to be the quarterback option. Farkas cuts up to the 25, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Hitting him first was number 53, Christian Ferreira. And then the whole host of tacklers from the North came up to put the stop on him. So no gain, call it 2nd down and 10.
Devin Blaze was there to clean up duty that time. The linebacker bringing on Farkas down. Farkas had nowhere to go, met at the line of scrimmage.
So it is a 2nd and 10. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. North leading 14-0. Farkas tries the option to the right, pitches back to Paradise. Paradise trying to turn the corner, gets up to about the 30, and he is bounced out of bounds after picking up about 5 yards. Garthright coming in to knock him out of bounds. It'll be a 3rd down now and about 6.
Eric Mute that's had a chance to bring down Paradise before that, but nice run that time by Paradise.
Quickly, South up on the ball. Farkas looking over the defense, and now we have a whistle and a timeout has been called by, looks like Jason Roby.
Yep, Coach Roby looked like he didn't like what he saw.
Well, we've had a lot of activity, and we still have 6:17 to go here in the first quarter. It's a 3rd down, and, you know, if you're just joining the broadcast here on Channel 99, South won the toss, and they deferred. And then on the first play from scrimmage, after a great return on the kickoff, Andre Williams went 59 yards. Reagan kicked the extra point. It was 7-0 with only 18 seconds gone by. And then at 7:01, Garthright went in from 10 yards out. And again, Reagan made the point after. And it's a 14-0 score. And I think I'm trying to watch the south sideline. They're just trying to get themselves on track and back into this game.
Well, if anyone's going to get them back on track, it's going to be Keith Farkas in this offense, because we've seen throughout the whole year that this offense can make plays, big-time plays when they need to. I know Farkas has had trouble in his first couple passes, but they need to keep on throwing it and get him into rhythm, because he's going to be the one to lead this team coming back from a 14-point deficit.
Wide to the left side is Zach Busey. 3rd and 7. Now in the slot to the left, we have Brandon Gauthier. In motion, Basora, and Farkas a quick slant in pad and almost intercepted by Marinichik. It was intended for number 30, Gauthier, and so it'll bring up a 4th down. And once again, South is going to have to punt to North.
Marinichik has Farkas' number right now. He's reading Farkas' eyes, and Farkas just seems to be under pressure. He just wants to get the ball out a little too fast before his wide receivers can come out of the routes and make a play.
Gathright, the single safety, steps up, takes it on the run at the 35. Does a little dance, gets up across the 40 to about the 42-yard line, and that's where the North Titans will take over, 1st and 10. And, you have to wonder, Ryan, if familiarity breeds a little contempt. This is the second time they've met, the last time being October 9th. And so, there really isn't anything new that you can kind of show to each other because you know each other.
Yes, it's all about, in this type of game, executing. Which team can execute their plays better than their opponent and try to just not have that many turnovers and penalties. And right now, we're seeing the turnover margin going to North and giving them a 14-0 lead.
Karkanis takes the snap, hands it to the second man through. And it's Andre Williams, and he gets up to about the 44, pick up on the play of 2, 2nd down and 8. Sure, you're going to have a trick play or two for special situations, but unlike when they've both had plenty of time between the end of the season and Thanksgiving Day, you put in a lot of wrinkles. You don't do it for this. This means a little bit more.
Absolutely. This one means a whole lot more because you're going to go to the championship game, and we'll see if both teams come out with a trick play here or there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep it straightforward.
Karkanis, speaking of keeping it, does so, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, loses a yard. It'll be a 3rd down and 9. And we got 5:20 to go here. And playing way back, about almost 15 yards off the line of scrimmage is Paradise. He's like playing center field to make sure nothing is going to get beyond him by this North team.
That time, Michael Brennan came up and tackled Brendan Carhase. Michael Brennan, great story. Last year, he was playing defensive nose tackle. He was second team All-State. This year, the coaches have moved him to middle linebacker. He's done a great job for the Panthers.
Rolling to the right to pass. Karkanis steps up, fires it out there. The man is there, and this is going to be intercepted and knocked away. Great play by the North receiver, and that was Eric Moutet, who actually played defensive back there because the South player had gotten himself positioned to make an interception. He batted the ball away.
Nelson Basor that time playing center field. He was just waiting for that ball to come down, and he would have had an easy interception that time, but give Moutet a great job that time, just deflecting the ball, playing defense like you said, and forcing now North to punt.
All right, it's a high punt. Gauthier's the lone safety, and he just telling everybody, get away from it. Takes a south roll, now a north roll. Bounces inside the 30, and they'll probably be down about the 27-yard line. So again, South not with great field position. So they'll get their 4th offensive series of the afternoon with 4.5 minutes to go. They trail 14-0 here in the first quarter on just a beautiful afternoon at Stellos Stadium.
Nothing has seemed to be working for South right now offensively. They're missing their completions right now. Fargas seems to be a little riled. The only thing that's been really working is Paradise up the middle. He's been getting short gains at a time, but I think right now you really need to work Paradise hard, try to get him the ball more, running the ball absolutely up the middle.
Farkas with Paradise the lone setback. Basora in motion. They fake the handoff. No, they do give it to Basora on the counter, and he comes up across the 25 to about the 30-yard line. He's stopped in there by Chris Anderson and Devin Blaze. Pick up on the play of about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, you knew it was only a matter of time when they get McCray into the feel of the game. You know, this was his first carry of the afternoon and gets for a nice little chunk of change on the end around.
Now the handoff goes to the man in motion, and that is Gauthier trying to turn the corner, and does, up across the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 2.
This time they go the end around to the right side to Gauthier. Gauthier, a little guy, but has a lot of speed, makes some people miss and be close to the yard mark at that time.
And actually those end around counters have been the only thing that's really shown much so far for South. And now one of the interior linemen for the Titans jumps into the neutral zone and is going to be flagged. So South will get their first down of the day by virtue of penalty.
Big old Wilson Pena up front for the Titans at nose tackle. Jumped Keith Vargas with a hard count that time. Had Pena jumping across the neutral zone. It was a great first down. Hey, anything for South right now to get the ball moving.
And this is their first down. The first time it hasn't been 3 and out, and this is their 4th possession of the afternoon. They have the spread formation. In the slot on the left side is Gauthier. In motion now it is Armand McCray. And back to pass is Farkas. Steps up, being rushed, steps out of the pocket. Going to run with it. Turns the corner at the 40. Still on his feet, out of bounds around the 45-yard line. So what looked like a sack deep in his own territory turns into a good gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That time we're seeing the wheels of Keith Vargas. Joel Pacheco that time came up the middle, unblocked. Vargas just tucked in and ran with it and gained about 4 yards on the play. Great heads-up play that time by Keith Vargas.
2nd and 5. Ball at the 44-yard line. Again, slot left formation. Farkas calling signals. Farkas fires it out to the man out on the flat, and that is Basora. And Basora is hit and dropped immediately and drops the football, so that'll bring up a 3rd down now and 5.
Eric Mutte showing his closing speed that time, hit Basora as soon as he got the ball and forces the incomplete pass. Great play that time by Mutte to force the incomplete and make it now 3rd down and long for the Panthers.
Basora wide right. In the slot to the left, it is Gauthier. Bolton wide to the left in the shotgun. Now in motion goes Armand McCray, and the handoff coming back on the counter goes for a loss as Paradise is hit behind the line of scrimmage, loses a couple of yards, and now it'll bring up a 4th down and about 6.
There seemed to be a little confusion between Vargas and Paradise, because sometimes when you fake the handoff, when Vargas is going to run, but that time Paradise just couldn't handle it, and Brandon Gauthier luckily jumped on the ball for the Panthers.
Now we're going to have a roughing the kicker penalty as Garthright takes it in on a fair catch at his own 15-yard line, but number 44, that was Chris Anderson, ran into Farkas, and a flag went out immediately by referee Paul Page. Roughing the kicker. So a 2nd penalty, and this drive gives new life to South.
That's what you can ask for Panthers. Costly penalty for the Titans. Chris Anderson just couldn't stop in time to take out Vargas, but man, that another penalty, like you said, is going to help out the Panthers, hopefully get them in position to put some points on the board.
Well, they marked this off. This may actually put the ball in Titan territory for the first time this afternoon for South.
I think any way you can get it right now for the Panthers, they will take it. Penalties, if, like you said, get them across the 50-yard line for the first time, they'll take it to keep this drive going. Actually, nope, just a little bit short.
It was the 5-yard version of the penalty from the point of infraction, so it's going to be still 4th down, 4th and a yard, less than a yard. So now decision time for Scott Knight.
Knight has many options. Vargas showing his ability to run, or do they just give it to Paradise right up the middle? I wouldn't think you'd see an end around in this situation.
Now we got a flag on the Nashua bench.
Sideline warning?
The official on that side threw the flag. And so that is a sideline warning to the north bench. And Farkas is trying to figure out what his coach wants. And now they're telling the referee to go back to about the 34 to pick up his flag from the previous foul. So it's 4th and less than a yard, 2:50 to go, 14-0, first quarter here on Channel 99. North and South Division I semifinals. The winner gets the winner of Salem Pinkerton. And if it's Salem and it's Salem, it'll be here next week, regardless who wins this game.
The defending champs, the number 4 seed.
All right, Farkas on the quarterback keeper, spins off, great second effort. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage by number 47, Cam Duval, and a good second effort gets him across midfield, and for the first time this afternoon, they are in Titan territory.
Nice strong run that time by Farkas. Keep moving his legs, get enough for the first down.
In motion now is Andre McRae. Now he gets next to Farkas, and they give Andre the handoff. He cuts inside. He's across the 45, 40, down inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line of the first down.
Armand McRae that time showing his speed right up the middle, breaking tackles along the way. Nice first down run that time for McRae.
You know, should the South score on this, the Titans have only themselves to blame, and 2 fourth-down penalties gave them new life.
Now the Panthers got things moving offensively.
In motion, McRae again, he stands next to the quarterback, and again they give him the handoff. That same play, this time to the left side. He breaks across the 30, down inside the 25 to about the 23, and another first down.
McRae is pretty much the change of pace back for the Panthers. Paradise is the workhorse, then McRae comes in, showing his burst right up the middle. Almost got tackled at the line, but does a nice spin move to break a tackle, more than enough for the first down.
Zach Honeywell made the saving tackle there for North, and you're right, Ryan. South seems to have gotten into the rhythm. Again, in motion, McRae to the right side. Again, they give the handoff to McRae. He comes to the left, cuts it back inside. He's down across the 25 to about the 23, maybe a pickup of a yard or two, but that's all. This time, the Titans were waiting for him.
That time, Tim Courteau pretty much played outside of the ball on the left side, forced McRae to go inside where the rest of the Titan defenders could tackle him for a short gain on that time for McRae.
Kind of a second down and 9. Ball is about the 24-yard line, and this time the handoff goes to Derek Paradise, and he tries to go right up the middle. He gets down to about the 22-yard line, and it'll bring up a third down now and about 8, as the whole center of the Titan defense were there to make the stop, led by number 63, Joel Pacheco.
Yeah, Paradise nowhere to go that time. Like you said, Pacheco, Duvall, and Blaze all there to bring down Paradise for a short gain.
Again, the same spread formation. The lone running back, Paradise, in motion now. McRae coming to the left. Back to pass is Farkas. Looking. Has time. The man is out there. Fires it off for McRae. And it's just tipped away at the last moment. A great play by Andre Williams to tip it away. Otherwise, that would have been 6 for the South.
Great play that time by Williams, running side by side with McRae, but really Farkas missed an open man. Brandon Gauthier opened the middle, had no one around him, but Farkas that time tries to go in the corner of the end zone to McRae. Just a great heads-up defensive play that time by Williams to bat the ball away.
All right, next to deferring, this is probably the biggest decision South is going to be making here with under a minute to go in the first quarter. It's a 4th down and 8 from the 22-yard line. Farkas back to pass. Looking, steps up. Fires it out there. The man is in the end zone. 2 men over there and just throws it out of bounds. Intended for McRae, and he was well covered on the play by Eric Mute. And so the Titans tighten up and will take over on downs after 2 penalties in this drive gave new life to South.
Well, on that last play, McRae hesitated for a moment, then picked up his speed again, and that time, by then, the ball was already gone and way over the heads of McRae to come down with it. But in that situation, the Panthers have a great kicker in Chris Dennis, and he's been hitting a lot of long field goals throughout the season. I don't know why Coach Scott Knight didn't go with the field goal that time.
You know, any points are better than zeros, and Garthrud on first down gets hit for no gain. Actually lost 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12.
And also, I know they like to go for the big play, but they should have maybe this nickel and dimed it a little bit. You know, you took your 1 shot in the end zone earlier on the previous play. On the other time, maybe just try to get enough for the first down, keep the chains moving.
I'd come back with that inside counter play by McRae. And
yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That was their bread and butter play. Now back to pass. Kakinas fires it out there. The man is there. He has it. It is Marinichik all the way down to the 35-yard line of South. A big gainer with the clock stopped with 15 seconds to go here, and getting up slowly, Basora, who was shaken up after making that stopper, but a beautiful pass by Karkanis. And now we have another player that's down, and that may be Basora, who went back down to the turf. I'm not sure. I can't see the number, but...
Yes, it's number 3.
what a big change of events.
It certainly is. That time we saw Cardenas show his arm strength, and Marinchak beat Nilsson Basora on a post out, and that's not an easy thing to do because Basora is the fastest guy on the Panthers team. Just beat him to the inside. Big gain that time for the Titans. Basora was the one that brought down Marinchak, and hopefully Basora is okay because they're going to need him coming down the home stretch later in this ball game.
Well, he's going off under his own steam there with Jerry Holland, the trainer, and he looks okay. But what a change of momentum. South seemed to have found their offensive beat, and then they stalled, and then on a second play, on a 2nd and 12, North comes up with a big pass play, and they're down to the South 35-yard line, first down.
And Marinchak having himself a game. He had the interception earlier, and now the big reception to put the Titans back into South territory.
And the Titans just going to let the clock run down here, and so we're going to come to the end of the first quarter here at Stellos Stadium in the Division I semifinal game. The Nashua North Titans 14, the South Panthers nothing.
And this is a huge possession for the Panthers defensively because if they give up another touchdown, you go down 21-0. Offensively, they have the skill set to get back in this ball game, but defensively, the way Titans have been moving the ball against them, I don't know if they can stop Titans a couple more times coming down in the rest of this first half.
Well, of course, we've seen games over the whole history and series between these two schools since they began. There have been games like this when one team has jumped out early, and in fact, last Thanksgiving Day, the most exciting part of the game was the last 2 minutes of the game. I know people that left thinking it was over, and what a surprise the next day when they picked up the paper if they hadn't turned on the radio when we were doing that game there. And reminder, you're watching this game on Channel 99, the E channel in Nashua, and a little later on the broadcast, we're talking about a great award that Channel 99 is going to be receiving tonight on November 13th for their efforts in one of their sports productions. And, it's a great job. Each channel is part of the cable TV here in Nashua. The government channel is Channel 16. The education channel is 99. 1st and 10, the Titans at the 35-yard line, and it's going to be a quarterback keep by Cardenas. He gets a block, turns it inside. He gets inside the 35, and before he can really get going, coming up from the secondary to make the stop for the Panthers was number 22, Danny McCormick. He picks up 2, more lateral running than forward progress. It'll be a 2nd down and 8.
That time, Titans go with the Wildcat. We saw this last week against Exeter. They've been incorporating that more and more with Jamar Gathray. Jamar Gathray that time only got 2 yards on the play as the Panthers defended that play perfectly.
Running backs with Cardenas. Garthright. And back to pass. Cardenas has time, fires it up there. The man is there. Touchdown! All the way in the end zone. Mute. A 33-yard touchdown pass, and it is 20-0. And again, they do it this time. Well, this time it took them 45 seconds.
Yeah, that time, Eric Mute showing the burst of speed. He just ran right by number 18, Connor Rurowski, and he comes down with the touchdown. Brandon Cardenas that time delivered a bullet to Mute. The result, 6 points for the Titans. Cardenas on this drive showing his ability to pass, especially the deep ball.
Now they fake or miss the handle of the snap, so trying to run with it is Garthright. And now he fires it into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Nice try.
But there's a flag on the play.
We do have a flag. Okay, so don't go anywhere, folks. What's the call going to be here?
Maybe defensive pass interference against the Panthers. I don't know.
Far side of the field is the flag. The Panthers are going off, so it must be against the Titans. We'll see what the officials confer. And an eligible receiver downfield, so that will negate it. And in any event, both two teams come upfield. With 11:15 remaining here in this first half, it's 20-0 North.
I don't know if we saw this one coming right now for the Titans. I know both teams are very good, but it's been a one-sided affair with the Titans showing every aspect of the game, defensively forcing the turnovers, shutting out this great Panther offense, and offensively, Andre Williams bursts of speed right up the middle for the first touchdown. Then Gathray, and now Cardenas getting it done through the air. Right now, they seem to be the more complete team on the field.
Well, it'll be Gauthier and Paradise back deep, waiting for the kickoff by Kyle Reagan.
You just need a spark, anything for this Panthers to get a sign of life back into him, get something going.
You have to wonder, the shadows are starting to form on the Panthers side of the field, and then down here in our end zone to our left, beautiful afternoon. Several of the coaches and trainers in shorts. Who would have known it on this November 13th? And it's 20-0 as Reagan gets an end-over-end kick, and is going to be taken by Gauthier at the 6-yard line. He's up across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, still on his feet, 35. On the 40, 45, spins around, gets up to midfield, and is knocked out of bounds. And certainly that is just what the doctor ordered for the Panthers.
That's what they need. Brandon Gauthier making a big kickoff return that time for the Panthers all the way to the 50-yard line. That's what they need. He looks pumped up, and he's ready to go on this offensive drive for the Panthers.
Well, we'll see if they can take advantage of it. Their last offensive series, thanks to a couple of penalties, they seem to have found the rhythm, only to be stopped on a 4th down. And now we'll see what happens as Farkas comes in to the huddle, brings him out wide to the left side. It is Bolton. In the slot to the left, it is Gauthier. Farkas has Paradise, the lone running back, with him, and it's a double slot formation. And now, almost in the to the left now of Farkas is Paradise. In motion goes McCray. Now McCray gets that handoff and that little counter that was working earlier. Breaks across 50, 45, still on his feet, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. And he's pulled down from behind at the 15-yard line.
Armand McCray once again delivering big runs for the Panthers. That time could have been tackled right at the linebacker positions, but arm tackling is not going to bring down McCray, and Marincek was the last man on defense to bring him down, but not after a big long run that time for the Panthers close to the 10-yard line.
He's not a big kid either. I was talking with him before the game as he was just kind of hanging, getting in the zone, and now he comes in motion, and they fake the handoff. No, they give it to him. He cuts inside at the 15, still at the 10, down to about the 6 or 7-yard line before he's stopped by number 63, Joel Pacheco. But it is going to be close to a first down. It'll be a 2nd down and 2 to go for a first down and 8 to go for a touchdown. And quickly on the handoff, no, it is Farkas on a keeper, and he gets inside the 5. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Panthers.
Panthers moving the ball just like that. Nice run for McCray on that previous down. Then Farkas taking it along the right side, gains just enough for the first down, but we're seeing after a long, nice run by Brandon Gauthier on kicker return.
We got a false start. I think the left tackle started early for the Panthers, so that'll cost them 5 yards. Back it up 5, and it'll be 1st and goal. Dead ball, legal false start, and so a 5-yard penalty.
Ian Parsons that time on the false start for the Panthers. That's going to hurt them right now, but they got still plenty of room to work their offense.
Well, I'll tell you, if they don't score here, Ryan, being that they got it down to the 5 and they're inside the 10 now, that will be a real psychological blow to them.
Yes, especially being down 21-0. They got to get some points here. Either way, field goal or touchdown, they got to get something, but I know Coach Knight would want to get a touchdown.
Double slot formation, McCray. No, this time they give it off to Paradise. Paradise to 5. Paradise walks in, untouched, 10 yards out, and at 10:07 of the first half, it's now a 20-6 ball game.
That's what the Panthers needed. Great kickoff return set up by Brandon Gauthier down to the 50, and they moved the ball right down the field with Armand McCray, and Paradise finishing the drive with a 9-yard touchdown run. Again, Nilson Basora, great credit for the downfield blocking, sealed off the last man of defense, and Paradise could walk that one in for the score.
Now it'll be Chris Dennis trying to get the point after.
The man with the orange shoes.
The ball is snapped down, kick is up, and it is good. So we head back upfield with the score now. North 20, South 7, but a very impressive kickoff return and offensive series for Scott Knight's Panthers.
And it seems like Armand McCray has been the spark plug offensively, running up the middle with those gashing runs against this Titan defense. He is the one that give a lot of credit to, has really helped move the Panthers down the field the last 2 possessions. And this time they finally come up with the score that they desperately needed.
Well, as I say, had they not scored in this series, even a field goal, that would really be in their psyche, given what's happened already, deferring. And then on the first play from scrimmage, North scored right off the get-go. North intercepted a pass, went in and scored. And so South has finally, it seems, turned the corner and found themselves offensively. And we'll see what the rest of this first half brings. Still plenty of time, 10 minutes to go here in this first half. And we await the kickoff now. It is Gathright and Williams back deep. And here's the kick by Dennis. And it is going to go into the end zone and out, come out to the 20-yard line, so no run back. And so the Titans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Dennis showing his leg strength that time. A former soccer player, first time playing football. He's been a real weapon for the Panthers. If it comes down to late in the game, if they need a field goal, he showed he desperately can, he surely can deliver in crunch time. Now it comes down to the Panthers' defense. Can they make a stop? Really, the Titans' offense has been running at will against them. And Carhane is showing his passing ability in the last possession. We'll see if the Panthers' defense can make a big stop here.
1st and 10. And it goes to the first man through. And it's Williams coming up across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. In on the stop, number 41 for South, and that is Matt Dietrich. So a pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Also, Dan McCormick was there to bring down the All-State running back, Andre Williams, after a short gain.
And again, neither team using huddles. And again, they have the end split. Karkanis hands it off. This time it goes to the second man, number 27, and that is Jamar Gartwright. And Gathright gets up to the 27-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2.
Chris Thistle that time for the Panthers really blew up that play from the get-go, forcing Gathright to go outside. He still got a good gain on the play, but he could have got a lot more if Thistle wasn't there to stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Now the play has changed. Again, the 2 running backs with Karkanis. And again, the handoff this time goes to Gathright. And he is up across the 30, close to a 1st down. We'll see where they mark the football.
It looks to be a bit short.
See where they give him. And it is a 1st down, says Paul Page, the referee. So a good thrust by the offensive line, picking up those 2 yards. And certainly you would not want to go 4 and out in this series after the big play and big offensive show that they just saw from South.
Surely not. And good, strong run that time by Gathright, keeping his legs moving. He's a little guy, not that tall, but showed some power with those legs to get enough for the 1st down.
In motion now, Gathright, and they hand it to him on that little end-around play, and he runs into a wall, and he is just snowed under all the way back at the 26-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 16, and it was Chris Thistle coming in to put the big hit on him, and they lose 7. They mark it back further to the 23-yard line. So now a big play here coming up for the Titans.
Panthers read that play perfectly, and Thistle once again making his presence known on that left side of the field, really becoming a force to be reckoned with.
Williams, the lone running back, they fake like he's going to go back to pass, sends it off to Williams. Williams up across 30, 35, still on his feet, and bumped out of bounds short of the 1st down at about the 36-yard line, but a nice pickup there of about 10 yards.
Nice play that time. The halfback draw got big chunks that they need to gain back with Andre Williams. Becerra was the last man to push Williams out, or he would have been off to the races that time.
So a big 3rd down play here for the Titans. And again, a pass out on the flat is complete, and he dodges a player. Nice play by Garthright. He ducked under one of the South defenders, and that was number 12, Ray Ramos, and fought his way forward close to a 1st down. It is.
Ray Ramos had his opportunity to tackle Gathright behind the line of scrimmage. Gathright just ducks over the tackle and gets enough for the 1st down. Give Ramos a lot of credit to come back and bring down Gathright before he's off for a big chunk of yardage.
So another big 3rd down conversion by the Titans. Clock running, 7.5 minutes to go, 20-7. North leading here in the 1st half. Canis on the center, in the shotgun, keeps it, fakes the handoff to Gathright. Keeps it, goes around to the right side, gets up to about the 44-yard line. Pick up on the play of 4. It'll be a 2nd down and 6. 6.
This time Carhanis showing his running ability. Goes to the right side, gets a great yardage on first down. This is what the Titans want. They want to make it manageable on second and third down and keep the clock running. Keep that South offense off the field.
That's right. Let them go stale again. Williams on the handoff, gets up across the 45 to about the 47, bringing up another big third down and about 3. Got a South player who is down and injured, making the stop that time for the South was number 52, and that is Mike Brannon. And now the training staff will come out to tend to the injured player.
Number 41, Nick Pulio, is the one that met Gathright at the line of scrimmage. He just got through Pulio's tackle, and now Pulio is getting on the field, and he's getting looked at as he seems to be taking a little hit after the play. He helped off by the training staff.
It's a nice hand from the great crowd that's here this afternoon. Again, November
Absolutely.
13th, temperatures in the 60s. A lot of the training staff for both teams in the short sleeves, and a couple of the coaches on both teams in shorts. And the good news is Cooper Doucette coming home this weekend, and he's expected to be here at the Turkey Bowl.
Now, this is a big third down for both teams. Defensively, Panthers need to make a stop while Titans want to continue to keep the ball moving and the clock on their side.
Carhanis hands it off, and it is breaking through. Andy Williams across midfield, down across the 45 to about the 44, 43-yard line of the South Panthers, and that's going to be good for a North first down.
Nice patient run that time by Williams, just picking his spot and give Zach Honeywell and Tim Coy the left tackle and left guard, making more than enough room for Williams to get through, and picks up another first down for the Titans as they keep the ball moving.
6.5 minutes remaining here in the first half, 20-7. Titans on top. Carhanis calling signals, hands it off to Williams. Williams does that little stutter step across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. Pick up on the play of 2, second down and 8.
That time Jeff Carmona not fooled, and he came up and tackled Williams before he could get things going.
North offensive unit looking over the sidelines. Jason Roby and his staff giving them the play. This time Williams will be the lone running back. Double slot formation by North from the shotgun. Carhanis gets a snap, steps back to pass, steps up in the pocket, fires it out there, just overthrown, intended for Eric Boutte. And, you know, he's had a great afternoon already, and that certainly would have been a backbreaker for South.
Oh, that was. That time Moutet on a double move. He went inside, then outside, and Carhanis just overthrown, but Moutet showing his speed once again. He got by number 18, Connor Rorowski, once again, but this time Carhanis couldn't deliver.
So it brings up a third down now and 9. Stops the clock with 5:55 to go. And again, double slot formation. Williams, the lone running back. And they fire a little flare pass out to Williams, gets blocks, turns the corner. He's at the 40, and he's still on his feet across the 35 and knocked out of bounds, and there's going to be a flag for a late hit out of bounds. So this definitely will be a first down for the Titans, unless it's a hold. Where it was thrown, it could be a hold.
It looks to be Jeff Carmona tracking down Williams and almost brought him down behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see where the refs call this one, but it looks to be a holding.
So a tough break. He had the first down, but now they'll bring it back. He had the first down by about a yard as he gets down to the 34, but now this will be coming back, and it'll be a third and a whole lot. Be third a 15-yarder, third and about 24. So
after that play, number 31, Adam Levine will come in at running back for the Titans. He did a great job while Williams was out of the last 2 games, and he's really come on as a junior performance. He only had 4 carries for 17 yards, but his production has really seemed to come on the last couple weeks for the Titans.
So it'll be third down now and about 24.
And then a mile here for the Titans. This is where Carhanis needs to make a smart play, not try to force it.
Back to pass, he steps up in the pocket, he has time, he fires it out there, and it's incomplete. Oh, what timing. Jason Roby thought that the defender got there a little bit early, but the official was right there, and it goes as an incompleted pass, but had he made that reception That would have been great by Williams, and instead it goes as an incomplete pass, bringing up a 4th down, and the South will get the ball with about 5.5 minutes to go here.
That time Cardenas had Marientek on the post across the middle, but Nilsson Basor, I think he came a little early as well. No call, but that's a stop that the Panthers desperately needed.
All right, the punt takes a Titan roll. It's down inside the 20, and will be down to about the 16-yard line, and no flags, and that's where the South Panthers will take over with 5.5 minutes to go. They trail 20-7. And we'll see what they can come up with, or whether the Titans defense can tighten it up. And Jason Roby was down that end of the field on the sideline, but the official was standing right there. He had the best view of it because he was on the angle. And while it may have looked like it was early contact, the official determined that no, he got there as the ball did. And
that one was a little tough to call that time. You could go either way, but Becerra, it looked to seem come a little early that time, but no call for the refs. And Panthers, once again, will start
deep.
Yes, deep in their own end.
Farkas calling signals. There's 2 running backs next to him. It's a low snap, but he handles it. And he hands it off to McCray. And McCray does that little go to the left, cut back to the right, and gets up to about the 20-yard line. Pick up on the play of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Like you said, McCray with that little sidestep. Looks like he's going to go to the outside, brings it in the middle. A nice run that time on 1st down for McCray, even though it's for only a minimum gain.
Single setback now.
This is Panthers going to take their shot with a pass. There's no deep safety at all.
Hands off to Paradise. He tries to go up the middle, and he is just stacked right up. Number 48 there for North. Devin Blaze wrapped him up the center of the line. So that brings up a 3rd down now. And yeah, you're right. There is no deep safety on that right side, and he's got a double slot to that to the left side rather. And the lone running back is Paradise.
Granted, the defensive backs, Williams, Gathright, Marientek, all have speed, but so don't these Panther receivers. We'll see if they can get by him right here.
Farkas back to pass, has time. Now he's being rushed. He's flushed out of the pocket, running backwards, running through the left side, steps up, fires it, and the ball is up for grabs, and it is Becerra. It's tipped away. A great play in there by number 8, and that is Eric Moutet, who tipped it away at the last second because Becerra had that in his hands.
Give Moutet once again credit. He is having himself a big-time ball game defensively, showing that closing speed and tipping the ball at the last second, like you mentioned. Farkas flush from the pocket, getting great pressure. Joel Pacheco and Wilson Pena trying to track him down, but Farkas trying to show his arm strength. Just a tough, incomplete pass that time for the Panthers.
Farkas from his own 5. It's a low line drive kick. Gathright is the single safety. He takes a bounce, and Gathright takes it on the bounce at 37. He's up, rather at the 32, and he's up to about the 36. And he is stacked up by a whole host of tacklers. And on the bottom of the pile, number 21 for South, and that was Nick Pulio, but there's a flag back at the 14-yard line. So we'll see what that's all about.
This could be holding against the Titans. But going back to that last play on 3rd down and long, it seems like the Panthers are going with the home run ball a little too much. Remember when they were down here on the end zone, they had a chance to score. Instead, they go for the deep pass twice. It seems to be costing the Panthers on both drives.
Well, it's going to be against talking to the Panther captains, so it could be another costly penalty unless it was after the kick, before change of possession. So we'll see. Personal foul face mask against the Titans. So it does not give the ball back to South, but it does back North up a little bit. He'll put the ball all the way down to about the 21-yard line, and they'll start their 1st and 10 with 4:08 to go, 20-7.
And if the Titans don't come up here, move the ball a couple times, you're going to give South great field position with a couple of minutes left to go in the 1st half.
And in that Salem-Pinkerton game, we were told it's 7-0 Salem in the 2nd quarter.
Low scoring affair over there.
Well, that'd be good.
Derry.
Remember, if Salem wins, the game is here next Saturday. All right, on 1st down, the handoff goes to the first man through. And that's number 31 this time for the Titans in the backfield. Levine, as you say, filled in the interim for Williams, and he gets no gain, or maybe a yard at most, to be 2nd down, a long 9, a short 10.
Luke Bellevue that time coming up the middle for the Panthers, bring down Levine. Gave him short, nowhere to go.
Actually lost some play, yes. Second and about 12. Arcanis back to pass, fires it up there to Mendes, got it over the shoulder, beautiful catch to Gathright. An over-the-shoulder catch up across the 40, goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
What a perfectly thrown ball by Carhanis. Carhanis put that in a spot where only Gathright could come down with it. If Gathright was going to catch it, this ball was going to go out of bounds, but great catch as well for Gathright. Big play for the Titans.
Certainly gets them out of the shadows of their own goal, and if they do have to change it or punt it away, at least it'll give South poor field position. Again, handoff goes to Williams. He bucks at the 45, up across the 50, up to the 40, 46, 45, depends where they mark it. Be very close to a first down. Line judge on this side is standing at the 45, and if that's so, it'll be a first down.
Strong run that time by Andre Williams. Carmona gave him a shot at the line of scrimmage. Williams has shake that one off and got more than enough for the first down.
So the ball is now in South territory at their 45-yard line. We've got 3:23 remaining here, and the handoff this time goes to Williams again. He goes right, breaks it left, runs into his own man, still on his feet, and is still going, and is finally out of bounds as he gets across the 40 to about the 36-yard line. That play was just Williams making it work because he was hit behind the line. He broke to the left, ran into his own quarterback, and still picked up yardage.
Arm tackling is not going to bring down Andre Williams. We're seeing a lot of arm tackling late in this first half from the Panthers, and Andre Williams is only going to be brought down by a sure tackle as we're seeing the tough running ability by him.
Second on the yard. Titans threatening again, and this time the handoff goes to Gathright. Gathright gets it, breaks the tackle. He's down across the 35 to about the 32, and another first down.
Once again, another tight end running back. This time Gathright breaking the tackles at the line of scrimmage and getting a positive game for the Titans.
Now VJ Bala comes into the game for the Titans, replacing Javon Williams.
He had a big touchdown reception last week against Exeter. They seem to be using more and more wide receivers, trying to get them involved in the game.
Clock running, 2:50 to go here in the first half, 20-7 North. North threatening again. Gives him a shotgun, and this time the handoff goes to Gathright. He does that little stutter step, and running right by him that time was number 20, and that was Jeff Carmona. Had him for a loss, and he just gives that little hip movement and breaks away, and he's down to about the 27-yard line. It'll be second about 5.
Yeah, Carmona shot the gap. He had Gathright there, but Gathright gives a little wiggle, then hits the hole for a nice gain on the play.
Second down and 5 yards to go. And this time they give the handoff to Mr. Williams, Mr. Andre Williams. And he is down inside the 25 to about the 24, 23. It'll be now third and about 2.
Williams, once again, they seem to be running right at the left side of the Panthers' defense, and Williams is really taking advantage of that, especially with the big boys up front. It created some holes for him.
Now Levine comes in and Williams comes out. Levine is the sole running back next to Carhanis. Carhanis, high snap, bobbled it, ball's loose, and Carhanis falls on it.
Wow.
Great job there by the quarterback, Brandon Carhanis, of controlling that high snap, and then actually dropped it after he stopped it from going over his head, and then had the smarts to jump and recover it. So now it'll be fourth down and about 3. And now Titans going to call a timeout, or South?
Seems like we got a timeout here, but the last play, it seemed like the snap hit Levine in the head, and Carhanis, Johnny on the spot that time. Great heads-up play. This sits on it and lives to fight another day, and now bring on a fourth down and I believe 5.
And Scott Knight calls timeout. Stop the clock with 1:24 to go. And we'll see now, give each chance for each coach to decide what they're going to do. 7-7 now in that Salem-Pinkerton contest.
Mighty Astros coming back here. They're #1 team in the state. They haven't looked as impressive as you might think. They've won some very close games against Central and Salem. They only beat Salem by 7 points, and they had to have a goal line stand against the Blue Devils late in the fourth quarter to really secure the win. And the only team that has beat Pinkerton is the Titans, and they really put a whooping on them, 31-7.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, the Titans have really been the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team this year. They've done that. Then they got into a shootout with Salem and lost. Then they lost to South, 38-21, and really that's deceptive because they scored a touchdown with about 2 minutes to go to make it respectable, 38-21. Otherwise, it would have been 38-14. All right, a big fourth down play here, 4th and about 4. And Carhanis back to pass, fires it up there. The man is there, and he's got it! First down!
Great run pattern that time by Marincek. Find the open field on the out pattern, and Carhanis delivers a perfect ball for the first down.
Wow, and that's, again, an on-the-run, over-the-shoulder catch by Marincek, and it brings up a first down, and the Titans get to keep the football, and unless there's a miscue, South won't see the ball again this half. Williams with it, breaks off 1 tackle, 3 tackles, 4 tackles, and fights his way down to the 15-yard line before holding on to his ankles was number 22, and that's Dan McCormick again.
Carmona McCormick cannot bring down Andre Williams, keeping the legs moving, doing what his coaches taught him, and he's really giving this Purple Panthers defense fits right now. It's going to take more than one defender to bring him down.
Now North calls a timeout. It'll be a 2nd down and 8. The ball is at the it's about the 15-yard line, and we have 1:04 remaining, and certainly a touchdown here. Scott Knight's going to have to really reach into his bag of tricks at halftime.
Granted, the Panthers do get the ball to start the second half, so that's good news for the Panthers, but they need to come up with a stop here. But really, how about the passing pinpoint accuracy of Brandon Carhanis? On a couple of passes, he's just delivering right on the money for his receivers.
Especially that big one after the penalty on the punt return.
Yes.
That really took them out of the shadows of their own goal line down to up to almost the midfield for the pass to Gathright, and now they're down at the 15-yard line. It's 2nd down and 8. Spread formation. Andre Williams is the lone running back with Carhanis, and fakes the handoff to Williams, fires it out in the corner of the end zone. The man is there, and it's incomplete. The flag on the play.
This one's going to go against McCray. Yes. Oh, wow. McCray just running with Mute, but never looked back, had his back turned to the referee, and that's going to be a costly play against McCray.
You know, you gotta play the football, not the man.
Yep.
And he was not doing that, and in the end zone. So a big break here for the Titans, and that's only the 2nd penalty of the game for South, but it's a costly one.
It really is. On that play, you really got to play, like you said, play the receiver, and not you just cannot. You have to look back for the ball in that situation, especially when they're taking a deep pass. I don't even know if the intended receiver would have came down with the ball, so it definitely is a costly play for the Panthers.
1st and goal from the 7, and the handoff goes to Williams. Williams gets hit, and this time they wrap him up, and he maybe gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal now from about the 7-yard line. Clock continues to run, 48 seconds remaining. Again, neither team using a huddle, so Titans have 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, more than enough time to set up the play here.
Low snap, but he gets it, fires it out to Williams, and Williams is hit and dropped immediately. No gain. Great defensive play in there by the Titans, and that is number 24, and for the Panthers, Gus Bissaro. And now the final timeout is taken, 24.9 seconds remaining in the half, 20-7. And really got to go into the end zone if you want to have time. That's your last time out to bring your field goal kicker on.
That time they tried to set up the screen to Williams. He saw that he got the ball with the running play of the first down. Now they tried to set up the play with Williams, but great defense time for the Panthers. They're closing speed and not have Williams any running room to go.
Coach Al Neville out there extolling his defense now to come up with a big play here and hold them to at least a field goal attempt. And
this could be huge.
Give up 6 or 7.
This could be huge for the Panthers. But Titans right now, they have all the momentum offensively. We'll see what Roby comes up with here. He saw the screen didn't work, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot at the end zone right now with one of their big wide receivers.
They're going into the what would be the northwest end zone, which is now almost completely in shadows. Spread formation to the right. Andre Williams is the lone running back with Carhanis.
You got the 2 big wide receivers, Williams and Marincek up top.
See what they do. 3rd and goal. Back to pass. Carhanis fires it there, and the man is there, and he got tripped.
Once again, Nilson Basora that time on a controversial
questionable
third
call
down.
there. It was number 8 for the Titans, Eric Mute, and looks like their feet tangled. So now it'll be a field goal attempt by the Titans. Kyle Regan will try to split the uprights. Holding it for him will be Tim Croto. Be about a 24-yarder. With 21 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ball is down, kick is up, and it's a line drive kick, and it is no good. So the Panthers dodge a bullet and psychologically will come out for the second half receiving, knowing that could have been worse.
For the Panthers, that's what they needed. A big stop on defense, force the Titans to kick. Obviously, the Titans' number one kicker is injured, and Regan is now stepped in for the duties. And we see that, Regan had a tough time on that field goal. But for the Titans, that's a costly one to add to their lead here. But before we go into the locker room, but both teams, we'll see what they come out with the second half. But right now, that's a big stop for the Purple Panthers.
Panthers have it at their own 20-yard line. And we'll see if they're going to do anything or just run the clock out. Farkas hands it off and running with it up across the 25, close to the 30-yard line was Paradise. Derek Paradise, number 40. And they stop the clock with a timeout. The Panthers do with 11 seconds remaining.
Wouldn't be surprised if they take maybe one shot. Farkas has a gun if one of his wide receivers can get by the secondary.
Well, they set up that touchdown on a long pass. Their only score of the game back, seems like a long time ago.
It sure
at the
does.
10-minute mark of this first half. 7-7 is the score in the Salem-Pinkerton contest. 27 is the score, North over South here in the first half at Mata Field, Stellos Stadium on Channel 99. Your educational TV station in Nashua. At halftime, we'll talk after we recap for you what's going to be taking place tonight, honoring Channel 99. So it's going to be 2nd and 1, but that's irrelevant. It's what they tried to do with the football here. Spread formation. Farkas now has a man coming in motion. And Farkas is back to pass. Looking, being rushed, gets away, fumbles the ball, recovered by the Titans with 5 seconds remaining. The Titans recover the ball at the 15-yard line. Number 63 for the Titans, and that is Joel Pacheco, comes up with the big fumble.
It was a gain break up front that time for the Titans. They came at South, tried to set up the screen, but Farkas is under pressure that time, and Matt Friend came up on the blitz, and Pacheco is the one that recovered it. Costly turnover for the Panthers with only 5 seconds to go.
All right, they're going to go for another field goal for Reagan. Holding the ball will be Gathright. The ball is down, the kick is up, and no, this is no good either. So again, South dodges another bullet.
That they do. This time, once again at the leg of Regan that time. Couldn't deliver with the field goal. This one, really, they needed to get some points on the board, but Regan just couldn't deliver. Let's see. Hopefully this time the Panthers just nail it and go into the locker room down 20-7.
You think that Scott Knight might do that, but again, they're coming up in the spread formation. Farkas has one running back with him, and the Farkas hands it off to that running back, and that is Paradise running with it, and he'll get up to about the 26-yard line, and that will be all. So the two teams retire to the locker room. It is North 20, South 7. And we'll recap that first half for you. It started out with the South winning the toss, and they elected to defer. And North, on their first play from scrimmage, had a 59-yard touchdown run from Andre Williams. The point after by Regan was good. It was 7-0. And then Moranchvik intercepted a pass. And at 7:01, Gathright went in from 10 yards out. The point after by Reagan was good. It was 14-0. And that's the way the first quarter ended. In the second quarter, at 11:45, it was a 33-yard pass from Carhanis to Mute, and it was 20-0. The point after failed. Finally, at the 10:06 mark of the second quarter, Paradise had a 10-yard rush after a penalty. They had it first and goal at the 5, and then there was a 5-yard penalty, and then Paradise took it in. Point after by Dennis was good, and it was now a 20-7 ball game. With 21 seconds to go, North had marched down the field, and a 24-yard field goal attempt was no good. And then with about 5 seconds to go, South fumbled. It was recovered at the 15-yard line by North, and another field goal attempt failed, and then North just ran it out to end the scoring. At halftime, the score here is 20-7. The North Titans out in front of the Panthers, and it's been a very interesting first half, Ryan Richer. We've seen a little bit of everything, but so far mistakes by North have not come back to haunt them, whereas from the decision to defer on, it has not been South's afternoon yet.
They really haven't. Right from the get-go, Andre Williams, like you mentioned, with that long touchdown run, and we thought to ourselves, man, it's going to be Titans' first half, and it really has shown right now. And the turnovers and the penalties have hurt South, while North has really been able to capitalize on everything right now, and they have the big lead going into the locker room.
Well, the bands are out on the field now, and before we get to our second half, I want to tell you that Nashua ETV, which you're watching right now, Channel 99, receives a special award tonight, Saturday, November 13th, for first place in the professional category of Best Sports Programming from the Alliance for Community Media in the Northeast region. The ACM is a membership organization that represents the interests of community television stations throughout the country. The Northeast region includes the New England states as well as New York. The ACM New England Video Festival showcases the region's best community television programming in 20 categories. Awards will be presented tonight at the festival recognition dinner in Concord. The winning entry from ETV was an excerpt from the January 31st, 2010 Nashua North-South boys basketball game. Second place went to North Attleboro Community Television, and third place went to Norwood Mass Public Access TV for their Little League Town Championship team. The sports category is always very highly competitive, and this is the first year that Nashua ETV has entered the competition. The entries are judged by peer evaluators for content, creativity, audio, and technical elements and overall reaction. Since resources and equipment may vary greatly, judges are asked to review the content based on effective use of talent and achieving the end result. And the ETV team that is being recognized tonight includes the Director of Post-Production, Peter Johnson, the announcers for that event, the Telegraph's Tom King and our own John Collins, and our camera operators, Mike Jennis, Tim O'Neill, and Jim McLean, as well as some help from the intern, Nashua High North senior, Monica Vendituli. So congratulations to that team and to the Channel 99 team. And if you're wondering what Channel 99 is, if you're just viewing in, it is the Nashua Educational TV channel. Channel 99, along with Channel 16, are the two channels that are operated by the Cable Television Advisory Board in Nashua. And the E channel is under the auspices of Superintendent of Schools Mark Conrad and Stacy Hines. The E channel has a board of directors that meets monthly to review programming and activity for the channel. And in addition to the Board of Education meetings and special meetings, athletic events, and other special programs from all of Nashua's public and private schools and colleges are a part of the programming that you see here. So thank you to everyone, and congratulations to the team on their award. And coming up, we'll have the second half here at Stellos Stadium.
for Gagnon. And the Wizards with the baton, Jessica Avalar. The Nashua North Titans Band and Color Guard dedicates this season's show to the memory of Teddy DeMeo, who was a percussionist in the band and who loved the Beatles. So here for you, ladies and gentlemen, especially for you, Teddy DeMeo, a Beatles medley.
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
Welcome back to Stellos Stadium. Ed Leishus along with Ryan Richer. It's 20-7 as we get set to start the second half. Some quick first half statistics, compliments of the general. 8 first downs in the game for the South Panthers. Farkas was 0 for 8 with 1 interception. McRae had 8 carries for 7 yards. Paradise 9 carries for 40 total yards. On the other side of the ledger, Cardenas 6 for 10, 116 yards passing. Williams 15 carries for 115 yards. And he was 14 for 56 yards after that first play, which was the 59-yard gallop to pay dirt. Penalties about even. A couple of costly ones for North early, but otherwise pretty well balanced, other than, thank you, General, other than the fact that North has dominated offensively and South showed some signs, but they just have not really gotten untracked.
That they have, they really haven't. And what's really remarkable, what you just said, was Fargas 0 for 8. Really has not found any rhythm. And give a lot of credit for the Titans defense. They've been the ones showing out the pressure, getting in his face, and really have shown him this. He really has been able to make a real clear-cut throw to his wide receivers.
Gauthier and Paradise are deep, awaiting the kick, staying in the shadows of the northwest goal. And it is a kick that goes off the side of his foot, going to go out of bounds. So actually, going to start in better field position than they might have gotten on the run back.
Yeah, that's going to be their best starting field position so far after that Brendan Gauthier kick return in the second quarter.
So they will bring the ball back upfield, and we'll try again. And we'll tell you that you're watching Channel 99, Nashua's Education TV. Appreciate your viewing. Hope you've enjoyed the game so far. We still got 24 minutes where anything can happen, as we have seen with these teams throughout their previous 14 meetings. This is meeting number 15. Meeting number 16 will take place on Thanksgiving morning at 10 a.m. here at Stellos for the 7th Turkey Bowl between North and South. So again, we'll try and kick it away. And it's again a high kick and a whistle. And
maybe an offsides on North that time.
Yes.
Maybe a player just a little over the ball before Levine could kick that one away.
So the third time will be the charm, offside.
Yeah.
And they will mark it back another 5. So we'll be kicking off from the 30. So South is going to have to get some decent, I would think, field position from this kickoff.
You would think so. Levine hasn't shown that he has a good leg, but not a great leg to pin the Panthers back. And this should give Gauthier and Paradise great running room and plenty of room to work, try to get up the field for the Panthers.
So Mark will get a third shot at the apple, as they say. Sprained his ankle earlier this season, and it's one of the reasons why Regan has been doing the point afters and the field goal attempts. So let's see if the third time is a charm. It's again a boot that goes off to the right side, and it's going to be Derek Paradise at the 13, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Midfield, 45, 40, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
That is what the Panthers needed to start this second half. Paradise got some great blocks along the left sideline, and once he hit the hole, and this was flying down there. A big answer for the Panthers to start this half.
A 87-yard touchdown run in 13 seconds, and all of a sudden it's a 13-20 ball game, and now the point after, and we got a game, folks.
That we do, and those costly penalties against the Titans really pay off dividends for the Panthers to start this half.
Extra point kick is up, and it is good. And so we come back upfield, and all of a sudden, it's 20-14 with 11:47 remaining.
And how big were those missed field goals by the Titans in the second half? And Paradise special teams right now.
Or not even converting. The missed field goals are converting to touchdowns. You're right.
Yes.
Gonna haunt you. And Keith Farkas has not even touched the football, and he's within 6 points of being back in this ball game.
That's what you want. Your senior quarterback, 3-year starter, giving him a great opportunity. Only down by 6 right now. And the defense for the Panthers, see if they feed off this momentum created by Paradise.
Well, see now what North does is going back for North. We've got Andre Williams and Jamar Gathright awaiting the kickoff from Chris Dennis. And we'll see what kind of return we can get. Had a great return of a kickoff in the first half by North. And we'll see if they do it here and what their offense can do. The kick is a high end-over-end kick, and it's going to go into the end zone over the head of Garthright. And so North will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. But remember, on the first play from scrimmage in the first half, first play of the game from scrimmage, they took it all the way in for a touchdown. So we'll see what they can do. And obviously, I think Scott Knight awoke the sleeping giant at halftime.
I think he did too. It got his players all pep talked at the locker room during halftime. And you saw it right there. Chris Dennis once again became a valuable weapon. Second touchback of the evening.
Well, now, just have a flanker wide to the left side. The backs in the power eye, and the handoff goes to Williams. He turns the corner 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Still on his feet, pulled down at about the 48-yard line of the Titans. First down.
Just like that, Andre Williams answers. He had no running room to go in the middle, so he just busted to the outside. Great vision by Williams and turns on the Jets going down the sideline. And Titans trying to answer South's big play with one of their own, and they have it close to the 50-yard line.
Power eye formation. Again, the handoff this time goes to Gathright. Gathright breaks to the right side. He's up across the 50, 45, still on his feet. Down across the 40 to the 39-yard line. First down.
Titans really hitting the outside against this Panther defense. I think Coach Roby found something during the break, and now they're really exploiting the outside edges of the Panthers defense, and they get two big first down runs.
And they're doing it with a full house backfield. They are not spreading out the formation as they had in the first half. Carhanis again from the shotgun, hands it off to Williams. This time he's hit and drop for a loss. Number 40 for the South Panthers, Derek Paradise, coming up to make the stop. A loss to play at 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Levine that time nowhere to go. And you mentioned it seems like the Titans going to go with a full house in the backfield. Gathright, Williams, and Levine, 3 of their best players right now, and they're really going to try to exploit this Panther defense, him right up front.
2nd down and 12. Again, full house backfield from the shotgun. Carhanis. And this time he gives it to Williams. And Williams turns and runs down inside the 30. And it's going to be close for first down. We'll see where they mark it. It's just going to be shy of the 30-yard line, so it'll be a 3rd and inches.
Another nice run that time by Williams. Luke Belvo had a chance to wrap Williams up at the line of scrimmage, but we've seen all afternoon no one is going to take down Andre Williams by himself.
Williams again gets the carry and straight up the middle, powers his way down to the 26-yard line. That's good for first down. So it appears that the 87-yard kickoff return has not taken the wind out of North's sails, but again, they've been in the red zone a couple of times in the closing moments of the first half and weren't able to do anything with it.
It sure hasn't affected them at all. They've moved the ball right down the field, and they are showing why they are such a great offense right now, executing very well.
First down, and this time the handoff goes to number 27. That's Jamar Garthright, and he breaks off tackle to the right side down to about the 20-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Once again, hitting the outside against this Panther defense, and you see Gathright gets a nice gain.
So it's Jason Roby's made some adjustments, and obviously Scott Knight saw something on the kickoff, and he made an adjustment. Of course, 2 penalties certainly did not help. This time the handoff goes to Gathright. No, it is Levine, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and stopped. Big number 76 for the South Panthers, Julio Rivera. on the bottom of the pile. So it'll be a loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Rivera that time making a big stop. This going through all the men up front on the line of scrimmage and bringing down Levine.
He's a big kid. He towers over everybody in that defensive line.
6'2", 260.
It's right in the center.
Only a junior, and we're going to be calling his name a lot next year as well.
Knocking
but
on
stepping up.
Adam Leith's door. Back to pass. Cardenas, he fires it. It's there. He's got it. Oh, almost intercepted through the hands of the intended receiver, number 47, Divine Merrick, and almost picked off by number 3, and that is Basora.
Cam Duval that time running right down the middle open, and Basora, once again, this time making a big stop on the defensive side. But Cardenas had Duval wide open, give Basora great credit for closing speed that time and deflecting the ball for an incomplete pass. Now a big 4th down here for the Titans.
Marinchik and Javon Williams have checked in. They're in the double slot to the right. Lone running back with Cardenas. He rolls out the pass, fires it up there. The man is there, and he have it. And it's good, 1st down.
Once again, Marinchek on 4th down. He's been the safety valve for Cardenas, and Cardenas delivers a nice ball to Marinchek, and he comes down with a reception to move the chains.
Down to the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Titans. 8:40 to go, 8:49 to go. They stopped the clock, he went out of bounds. 20-14, so North coming right back after South took the opening kickoff, 87 yards for a score to start this second half.
So much action's happened, and we've only really played a couple minutes here.
Marinchik is wide to the right side. And this time the handoff comes to Williams. Williams trying to turn the corner. He does. Cuts inside at the 10. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Down inside the 5. Still going. Still going. And finally gets to about the 4. And he's finally stacked up. But they're trying to tackle him high. And you can't do that with this kid.
They can't at all. Williams, showing great vision as well. Goes to the outside and brings it out of the middle. And Panthers are having a tough time bringing Andre Williams down.
And they mark it right at the 5. It's going to be 2nd and inches. 5 for the touchdown. Again, Marinchek wide to the right side. Gathright and Williams, the running backs, and the handoff this time goes to Gathright. He cuts inside down to about the 3, and that'll be a 1st and goal now for the North Titans.
Gathright that time right up the middle. Short snap count trying to catch the Panthers off guard, but Gathright could only go for a minimum gain.
Carmona makes the tackle. And they are going to bring the sticks out as they mark he got to the 4, but they mark it on the Titan side of the 4, which is going to be awful close. So we'll see. They'll bring the sticks in from the far side. And we shall see. The south stands across from us now completely in the shade, and shadows starting to stretch all the way down to almost the other end zone.
Titans have
First
really
down.
answered on this drive. After giving up the big kick return, they've moved the ball right down. And now knocking on the door, trying to add to the lead once again, making it a 2-touchdown game.
Well, if they score here, and I'd have to think it'll take more of the win is going to be taken out of South Sales after the opening kickoff return for touchdown, and to have North come right back down the field from their own 20 and punch one in. It's going to be a little demoralizing.
Yes, I agree. That is very demoralizing.
And the handoff goes to Williams, follows a block in, touchdown!
Williams that time had a big hole on the left side, and he just ran that one in for the score. Too easy of a run for Williams. Adds to the lead for the Titans.
So it is now a 26-14 ball game after a 4-yard rush. And the all-important point after, will they go for 2? No, they're going to go. No, they are.
It looks like
Cardenas is going to hold.
Gathright is going to kick this one now.
Gathright is going to kick. Now they shift. And Cardenas, the lone man in the backfield, double slot right formation. Cardenas with it, looking, fires it back over. It's complete to number 47, Cam Duval, with a 2-point conversion, and it's now 28-14, the 2-score game.
Oh, that time Cardenas playing little mind games with the Panther defense. Looks like he's going to run with it, then pulls it back and finds his tight end Cam Duval, who just broke away from the defense that time, wide open for the 2-point conversion.
Well, in the matter of 5 minutes and 13 seconds, we've had 2 scores, one an 87-yard kickoff return, and now a 80-yard drive culminated with a 2-point
Well, would you
conversion.
expect anything less when these two teams get on the field?
You said it was not going to be as high scoring, didn't you?
I was mistaken. My high scoring is in the 50s and 40s. We're on pace. We are probably going to reach that.
Well, the way this third quarter has started, now you got to be thinking, all right, the Titans are going to be thinking, all right, we can't afford to give up another long return here. As back again for the Panthers are Gauthier and Paradise.
Now, it'll be interesting to see if Levine, they just try to swim kick this one and keep it out of the hands of these two talented kick returners.
Well, right now he's going to have Kyle Regan's going to kick off this time instead of Levine.
That time they tried to kick it to the right side, but that just set up a great wall for Paradise on that last return.
So it's 28-14 with 7:47 to go, and Regan gets a squib kickoff. It's taken by one of the up men, number 12, Ray Ramos. And he gets up to the 37-yard line, and he's stopped in there by number 6, Mute.
Mute that time, not giving Ray Ramos any running room and drags him down about the 36-yard line. Now this is going to be a big drive for Keith Fargus and company. Try to answer what the Titans just did by putting a touchdown on the board. Fargus 0 for 8 right now.
Yeah, I think you and I were both surprised to see that statistic.
That is going to be signature for Fargus to come up with something here. He just seems, like you said, you've seen the Panthers have been playing tight this first half.
McRae goes in motion. The pitch goes to McRae, and he turns the corner. He's up across the 40, up across the 45, before he is brought down. Coming up to make the stop is number 5, Marinchek. And a pickup on the play of about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2. And quickly, South lines up. Lone running back is Paradise. This time it's a keeper by Farkas trying to get the first down. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be a 3rd and 2.
I think they got to go back to their spark plug. The guy that's been really bringing energy all game so far is Armand McRae. Get the ball in his hands and see what happens.
Bobby Manganello in on the stop. 3rd and 2, a big 3rd and 2 from their own 45-yard line. Farkas looking at the sidelines for those cards that the Panthers use for their thing. And now the pitch back goes to Paradise, turns the corner, 50, 45, still on his feet, breaks the tackle at the 40, and is down to the 37-yard line. The saving tackle in there made by Marinchek, but a big play by Derek Paradise.
Derek Paradise showing a strong run right there on a big 3rd down that they needed converted. Paradise, if Marinchek wasn't bringing him down, Paradise was going to go once again into the end zone for 6.
Once again, spread formation. Paradise now shifts over to the right side of Farkas, coming in motion. It is in motion that time. It was Gathright, but Paradise gets the handoff. He's down across the 35 to about the 32-yard line. Pick up a 4, second down and 6.
That's a good play for South right now. Get it now, second down and 3rd down and manageable with a nice run by Paradise. Looks like a couple of North players, Pacheco and Pena that time, jumped off sides.
So we'll see what the officials, as they have a little confab there between the two lines, and we'll wait for Paul Page's signal. Dead ball, encroachment, so a 5-yard penalty. It'll be a second down now and 1. 6:13 to go here in the third quarter, 28-14. The Titans have led all the way, but the sleeping giant of the Panther country has woken up at halftime. And once again, the pitch back this time goes to Gathright. Gathright trying to turn the corner, and he gets down inside the 15-yard line before he is tripped up, but it's going to be a first down.
Brandon Gauthier that time. They faked the inside handoff to Paradise, and they pitched it to Gauthier. Gauthier making some nice moves, gets more than enough for the first down.
I was calling him Gathright. It's Gauthier. I couldn't read my own writing, but quickly now the handoff goes, and it is Paradise breaking down inside the 10. Fumble, and it is recovered by the Panthers. Boy, that would have hurt.
Ooh, that would have been costly for the Panthers. Thank God there was Pat Bolton was on the heads up that time. Just jumped on the fumble, but that would have been costly for the Panthers.
So they have it at second down and about 6. The ball is at the 10-yard line of the Titans. So far, South coming right back. And if we're going to go like this, we are going to run up some points. McCray goes in motion.
He has McCray in the flat.
He completes his first pass to McCray at the 8-yard line, but he's immediately smothered. Good pressure being put on the quarterback by number 21, Tim Croto, but he gets it away, and that's the first completion for Keith Farkas this afternoon. It comes with 5:06 remaining in the third quarter.
And only a 1-yard gain on the play. Gathright read the ball perfectly, and McCray could go nowhere.
Third down. 3 for a first down. Handoff goes to Paradise. He breaks inside the 5. He's still on his feet. Touchdown! 8-yard touchdown run by Derek Paradise, and it is a 28-20 game.
Oh, he was showing his speed, and that time making defenders miss. Derek Paradise, he had 29 carries and 227 yards against Titans this time, and he's warming up now. His second overall touchdown of the game. He had that kickoff return, and now that touchdown from 8 yards out to give the Panthers now only down by a touchdown again.
And Dennis's point after is good, and it's a 28-21 game.
Let the shootout begin right ahead.
Oh, boy. It is certainly two different teams we're seeing here in the second half. Unbelievable.
That it is. Panthers now come out on top. Now it'll be interesting to see what the Titans can do.
I mean, it's almost becoming tit for tat, but now we'll have to see. Good drive by the Panthers on that series. Good drive by the Titans after the opening kickoff was run back here in the second half. And now we'll have to see if the Titans are hearing footsteps again, as has happened so often in this series. When the Titans have had a lead and it appears that South is just out of sync, all of a sudden South comes creeping back, and it appears that is what's happening right now.
This is a veteran Titans team. They went through a lot last year, and they've been really building up for this season. We'll see if this veteran team led by Carhanis and Williams and Gathright can get things going offensively, try to take some of this momentum that the Panthers have right now and put it away.
All right, there's the opening kickoff. It's going to be Gathright who takes it at the goal line. And, it was in the end zone, so the official stops him there.
Andre Williams a little frustrated that time going into the end zone. He was looking to make a big play on the kick return.
So they'll get at their own 20. Well, they had a great 80-yard drive last time, so let's see what they can do here. And, of course, I saw Al Neville deeply involved with his defense during that last offensive series by South, telling them we just can't have this, exchange back and forth, because right now, guys, we're down.
Yeah.
So if it's going to happen this way, we're going to lose.
Exactly. It seems like the plays, really the outside runs that hurt the Panthers on that last drive.
Williams with the handoff at the 20, across to 25, and he's still on his feet, and he's got a whole host of tacklers. And again, they're trying to take him down high, and you just can't do that with this guy.
Thistle and McCormick that time met Williams at the line of scrimmage, and he had nowhere to go after only gaining about 2 on the play. Yeah, great point. You really can't bring Williams up high. It's just, you got to go low on him if you're going to really take him down.
He's got too much equilibrium up there. Now Williams goes out, Devine goes in. Devine is the lone running back with Carhanis in the backfield. Double slot formation. And they fake the handoff to Levine, and fires it out there. The man is out there, and he has it up across midfield, up across the 40, and out of bounds. Butte! What another great over-the-shoulder catch as he just beat number 12, Ray Ramos.
That time, Butte, once again, he is really working on this left side against the Panther defense, and Carhain is delivering another nice ball along the sidelines. And Butte, who runs probably the best routes on this Titans team, really shows what he can do right there, going right down the sideline, comes up with a huge play for the Titans. 1st and 10
at the Panthers 36-yard line. Again, 2 backs next to Carhanis, and this time the handoff goes to Gathright. Gathright gets across the 35 to about the 33-yard line, pickup of 3 or 4. Be a second down, long 6, short 7.
On that play, you just see how elusive these Titans running backs are. He starts from the right side, Gathray, then weaves his way to the left side and still gains positive on the play for the Titans.
He really is amazing. Williams and Gathright, the backs behind Harness, and this time it is given to Gathright, trying to get around the corner. He does. He's at 35, turns the corner at the 30, puts his head down, goes out of bounds near the first down marker at about the 27, 28 yard line. We'll see where they mark him. And they're going to bring it to about the 28. It'll be a 3rd and 2.
That was Andre Williams who freed up Gathright that time. Ray Ramos was coming on a blitz that time to take down Gathright, but Williams, nice block, gave Gathright a nice running room and make now 3rd down and short.
Marinchik now started to come in, but he comes back to the sideline. Wide out to the left side, Mute. Wide out to the right. And 2 running backs with the quarterback. And this time the handoff goes to Williams. Williams gets hit, trying to get that first down. He's going to be short. They threw him back. Forward progress. He'll be short about a yard. It'll be a 4th and 1.
That time, Dan McCormick came on a blitz, and he had Williams wrapped up, and he was not going to let go until he brought him down to the ground. Nice play that time by McCormick.
So a big 4th down play here. 4th and a yard. The ball is at the 27-yard line of South, and boy, this could be a momentum breaker.
This is what it is all about right now. This for both teams. 4th down and 2. We'll see how this one plays out.
2:43 to go. Marinchik comes in the slot to the right side. Williams and Gathright behind the quarterback, and to fire it over the middle. It's complete to Marinchik. First down inside the 20-yard line, and there is Mr. Dependable.
That money in the bank right there, Marinchik. This time over the middle. The last 2 4th downs, Cardenas hit him on out patterns along the sideline. This time they go in the middle to Marinchik. He just found a nice little opening for the completed pass and moved those chains once again for the Titans.
The West Welker of the Titan squad. He has been the go-to guy in the critical plays, and now it is a first down. The ball is on the 19-yard line of the South Panthers. North moving the football. They lead 28-21.
Marinchik only a junior, and he's a captain. He's showing why he's wearing that C on his chest.
Williams gets tripped up and going down low. Finally figuring it out was number 64, and that is Brandon Dubray. He hit him right at the ankles, and that slowed him up, and he picks up only 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's the perfect way to bring down Andre Williams if you're going to tackle him. If not, if you try to tackle him up high, he's going to shift you off, and he's going to get some momentum going downfield, and that's what the Panthers don't need right now.
Gathright and Williams again. The handoff goes to Williams. He comes to the left side, breaks to the outside. Turns the corner, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! 34-21.
What can you say about Andre Williams? He started off the game with a touchdown, and now he's about to finish the 3rd quarter with another score. That time just goes to the outside. Great blocking up front, and you see what this kid can do in the open field as he puts another 6 on the board for the Titans.
34-21, waiting for the point after now. And it'll be Regan trying to split the uprights. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 2 teams head back upfield. It is now 35-21, a 2-touchdown lead for now.
Yes, for now. We still got 1:36 to go in the 3rd, so we'll see what happens. But, wow, another nice drive. After the Titans give up a touchdown, they drive right down the field and put some more points on the board.
Really, somebody's psyche's got to give here. Another great 80-yard drive by the Titans. That's 2 in this quarter. And it's like, the last team that touches this ball may win this game, Ryan.
Yes, it really seems like that. We started off slow. Well, this second half has been thrilling with so many points being put up right now. And we're seeing why these are the 2 best offenses probably in the whole state.
Well, Gauthier and Paradise are back deep. And it is going to be... who's kicking off here? It's going to be number 8. It's going to be Regan.
Yep, he's back at his kicking duties after Levine started off this 3rd quarter kicking, but he gave up the costly kick return for a touchdown.
I'd venture to say nary a person has left.
Yes.
A few folks standing in the northwest end zone to our left, a couple in the other end zone, but the stands are still full.
What a great sight here at Stellos Stadium.
Again, Regan kicks it to the up man, and running with it is Ramos. Ramos breaks it to the left side. He's up across the 45, and he's knocked out of bounds near midfield. So the shorter kick is giving South good field position.
Don't be fooled. Ramos might be an up man, but he has plenty of speed, as we saw that time, going to the other side of the field. If it wasn't for Williams tracking him down, Ramos might still be running, but great play that time by Ramos. Heads up. He knew the short kick would probably come to him again, and he was ready for it.
All right, we got 127. We have time for another score here.
Oh, absolutely.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Titans for South.
Once again, no one deep for the Titans in the secondary.
Farkas on the option, pitches it back, trying to turn the corner with it, is Gauthier. And he does get across the 45 down to about the 41-yard line. A pickup at 9, second down and a yard. And here we go again.
Gauthier, such a tough runner on the edge.
Farkas on the quarterback keeper, breaks to the outside. He's across the 40, still on his feet to the 37. And that's going to be good for a Panther first down.
Another nice run by Farkas this time. Jamar Gauthier trying to strip the ball away from him instead of bringing Farkas down. I know you want to try to force a turnover, but if you keep on trying to do that, another Panther runner might break a tackle and
Farkas,
go for a long play.
back to pass, fires it out there, and it bounces.
He just seems off at. I don't know what it is. His passes, especially his short passes, just seem to be off right now, missing the mark.
Gauthier was the intended receiver, and had it just not been a shoestring pass, he might have brought that in. So it stops the clock with 53 seconds here in the third quarter. It'll be a second down and 10. 35-21. The Titans are leading. This time he has a double slot formation, single running back with Farkas now in motion. It is McCray, and they hand it off to McCray. McCray stutter steps at the 35, tries to break it back to the right side, and gets down to about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. It'll be third down now. Critical third down play, 3rd and 6.
That it is. That's what they needed. Get it now a third down and manageable for Panthers. They've shown that when it's third down long, they've been having a hard time connecting.
Farkas looking. Now they're putting up another play from the Cards across the way. Clock running, 23 seconds. Titans showing blitz. Farkas back to pass. Looking. Gets away from one man. Now breaks to the outside. Now looks, sets up, fires it out there. The man is there, and it is touchdown! Unbelievable!
Nilson
McCray
Becerra comes down with the touchdown. You just saw what Keith Farkas can do when he's on the run.
Becerra and McCray were there in the end zone, and there was only one Titan, and he connects with Nielsen Becerra. And yes, they could score before the minute 20 was out.
This is the offense for the Panthers you'd like to see. Farkas seems to be more comfortable when he's on the run, let his receivers gain some open space and run free. And he found Becerra that time in the end zone, who makes a nice jumping catch that time. And he had Gathright defending him, but he just over-jumped Gathright, who Gathright is, it doesn't stand a chance when he goes that play, because Gathwright's only 5'8", 165, where Becerra is 6'2", 170.
Well, I'm serious, folks. The last person that's going to have this football may win this football game today. Waiting for the point after. The ball is down. The kick is up. And the kick by Dennis is good. And as they come back upfield, it's now a 35-28 game.
Coach Roby's talking to the referees. He might have thought that Farkas had stepped over the line of scrimmage, but that play looked clean up here. And big touchdown connection. Farkas to Becerra.
How many yards was that, General? 33. Unbelievable, folks. This is turning into be a Donnybrook. We have 8.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 35-28 is the score. And the only thing now that would surprise me is that the Titans run the kickoff back.
The way this third quarter has gone, it wouldn't surprise me anyway. This goes right now, only a one touchdown lead.
At halftime, it was 20-7, folks. It's now 35-28.
Panthers coming out like gangbusters. It was not like the Titans have sat back and watched their lead go away. They've answered as well. So it's like a boxing fight right now. Both teams going back and forth, throwing punches.
21 points so far for Panthers, 15 for the Titans, and this time right at the goal line. It is taken there. Andre Williams takes it all the way from his goal line, all the way out to the 42-yard line, and that had not been for number 42 for South, and that's Joe Goiva. He might have broken it all the way.
Would. You saw why he was frustrated last time we stepped on line. That time, Andre Williams redeeming himself and showing that how he's one of the fastest guys in the state when he has the football and gets the ball close to the 40-yard line.
All right, we had a total of 36 points scored so far here in the third quarter, but we have 2 seconds left. As Carhanis brings him up, he has Williams and Gathright on each side of him. Slot to the right, and the handoff goes to Gathright. Gathright breaks it right up the middle, and he's up across midfield, close to a first down. And that, my friends, will end the third quarter with the score North 35, South 28.
We got a little laundry on the
And we
field.
do have a legal procedure called, and that'll bring it back. So, a nice 9-yard run will be for naught. And we'll bring it back and start all over again.
Andre Williams is getting worked on the sideline. Looks to be a little bit of cramps right now after the long runs he's had today.
So instead of a 2nd and inches, it's going to be a 1st and 15. And it puts it back at the 37. And you can't end the quarter on a penalty in the offense, so they'll run one play with no time showing.
Well, we've seen when the Titans are in first down or a long situation, they like to go with the halfback draw. We saw with Williams earlier in the second quarter that they got big chunks of change. We'll see if they do it here, try to gain some of this yardage back.
Again, the slot right formation. This time the handoff goes to Gathright again, and this time he is thrown for a loss of 2. And the third quarter will end with the score 35-28 officially, after we've just seen a third quarter that has seen a total of 36 points be put up on the board, 21 by North and 21 by South, 15 by North. It all started when the opening kickoff, after 2 kicks, one kick went out of bounds, then there was an offside penalty, and on the third kick, it was Paradise going 87 yards for a touchdown to make it 20-13. Point after was good, 20-14. The next series, North started their own 20-yard line, drove 80 yards. Andre Williams went in for 4 yards out. And the 2-point conversion from Gahanis to Duval made it 28-14. And then South came down, and there was an 8-yard run by Paradise. Point after by Dennis made it 28-21. And then with a minute 30 to go, an 18-yard run by Williams and a point after by Regan made it 35-21. And then with 8 seconds to go, Farkas to Basura, a 33-yard pass, point after good, and that's where we are, 35-28, North leading. And North has the football, but they have a 2nd and 15 at deep in their own, well, not deep in their own territory. They're at about the 35-yard line, it looks like.
Back and forth we've gone in this third quarter, and this sets up for exciting finish here in the fourth, Ed.
Yeah, don't go away, folks. You're watching Channel 99. I'm Ed Leicius along with Ryan Richer. Hope you're enjoying this Division I semifinal game. The winner gets the winner of the Pinkerton-Salem game, and if it's Salem, no matter who wins, the game will be at Stellos. Back to pass, Kahanis fakes, draw, runs it up to the 40 to the 43-yard line, a little quarterback draw, and he gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up a 3rd down now and 10, and so we'll have to see now if Mr. Marinchuk comes into the game.
Carhanis running right up the middle, showing his strength, taking on Cremona head on. Good play that time for Carhanis is ducking in run. Now make it down a 3rd down and 10.
Our field completely in shadows. When we started this game, it was beautiful sunshine. Highs were in the mid-60s. And now it's still very comfortable, although the South fans across the way from us are all in the shadows. It might be a little cool, a little bit of a breeze. Big 3rd and 10 for Carhanis and the Titans. Back to pass, has time, good protection. Fires it long and out there. Mahernick is there, and he's got it! 30, 20, 15! 1st and 10 Titans.
Once again, Mr. Clutch, Anton Marinchak, that time working against Armand McCray. And once again, the middle post route is really hurting the Panthers of defense. Marinchak, man, what can you say? He is having himself a ball game. coming up with clutch play after clutch play on 3rd down and 4th down. Doesn't matter where Cardenas throws it, he is going to come down with the football.
Well, you talk about a good relationship. Those two guys must have one because they have just been on target all afternoon. And like I say, he's been the go-to guy. And instead of giving up the football, they have it 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line of the Panthers. And this time the handoff goes to Williams. Williams goes straight up the gut, still on his feet, still going. And little extracurricular going there.
Yeah, a little bit of shuffling going on after this play.
Alan Odell, who's back, kind of did a little bump with one of the running backs while everybody else was trying to bring down Mr. Andre Williams. It was, again, you can't hit this kid high. He's got a good set of shoulders, and he's got very strong legs. And he just carried everybody down to the 11-yard line to pick up a 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 at the Panthers' 11-yard line. 4th quarter just underway. 2 running backs with Cardenas, and again, Williams gets the call. Williams cuts inside. He's down to the 5-10. Touchdown! 14 yards for Andre Williams. It's now 41-28.
That time, Andre Williams has trucked over Derek Paradise. Paradise went a little high that time. Williams lowers the shoulders, and another result of 6 points. Andre Williams, I believe that is 3rd of the ball game.
The hat trick.
Wow, there we go. Andre Williams showing what he is made of right now, adding to the Titans lead once again, making a 2-touchdown lead.
Point after, the kick by Regan is up. The kick is good. They come back upfield. It's the Titans of North 42, the Panthers 28. But hey, don't go anywhere. Panthers are going to get the football back. And what we've seen this afternoon, this is just the beginning of the shootout, folks. Unbelievable drive by North, and it's now 42-28. Another 2-touchdown lead for North, which is the home team today by virtue of the standings. They finished 2nd. South finished 3rd. North was the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde team this year, while North was kind of the sleeper. It came on strong in their last games to get into the playoffs. And, of course, the change by the NHIA from going for the point scoring system to the original system also helped both teams, really.
Yeah, that has been a big difference. And really, North had that 2-game span against Salem. They gave up 67 points, and they gave up the big points to South 38, 105, I believe, in 2-game span. And, you know, that really they seem to clamp down defensively lately against Memorial, Exeter, Merrimack. They seem to really have it going right away now. They seem to be the team that we saw against Pinkerton.
Well, Regan will kick off. And again, Garth Wright is deep, and it's going to be taken this time by Paradise at his own 10-yard line. 20, 25, still on his feet, breaks across to the right side, 30. Still on his feet, 35, and finally brought down from behind by Samson Horn as he gets up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Well, I just got news that the Pinkerton Astros have won 24-21, and the road to the championship will be going to Derry, no matter the outcome of today's game with the Titans up 42-28.
The road goes through Derry next week, folks, and the team from Nashua will be there. It just depends, will they be wearing blue and teal or purple and white?
What a great accomplishment by Astro. Pinkerton, they lost a lot of players, Eric Ginto, Ryan Simpson, and they really give Brian O'Reilly a great job.
Never underestimate Brian O'Reilly. The guy has been around for a long time. He does a great job. You're right.
He's really got things going in the right direction. This young team for the Astros.
All right, is on the keeper, Keith Farkas, and he gets stacked up and thrown all the way back. Number 56 in there for the Titans, and that was Mike Lynch. Had him around the ankles, and number 44, that is Chris Anderson, had him up around the shoulders, and he goes nowhere. 2nd down and 10, and well, maybe they were just testing, throw the Titans off a little bit.
Yeah, just try to keep them honest right now, but vicious hit by Anderson, that'll bring on 2nd down.
And then this time the handoff goes to Gauthier, trying to turn the corner. He does get up across the 40 to about the 43-yard line, a pickup on the play of about 6-7 yards. It'll be a 3rd down, long 3, short 4, and a crucial 3rd down play here for the Panthers.
This time, I think even if they don't get it or close, you might be in 4th down territory right now, trailing by 2 touchdowns.
McCray in motion. They fake the handoff to McCray, give it on the counter to Paradise. Paradise breaks 1 tackle, gets up across the 45, and on a 2nd and 3rd effort, gets across midfield and picks up the critical first down.
Nice second effort by Paradise that time. It looked like he was going to be stopped short, but kept his legs moving, did a nice spin move to keep moving backwards. More than enough for the Panthers. And this is what they need, keep the chains moving.
They're at the 48 now, the Titans. 1st and 10. We've got 8:40 to go here. Winner plays Pinkerton next week. Farkas looking over to the cards, figure out what's the play going to be. Has the lone running back with him, and that's Paradise. Farkas flyers it out to the wideout, which is McCray, and he gets up across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Quick pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
I think pretty soon they need to start stretching the field. They keep on going sideline to sideline. Pretty soon they got to go a little deep north-south. Try to keep this Titans defense off guard, but right now they are just coming and pinning their ears back and attacking the ball.
Each team has all their timeouts. So it's a 2nd down now, and they picked 4 when he went out of bounds. So 2nd and 6. McCray in motion. Coming from right to left. Handoff goes to Paradise, and keeper. Pitch it out to McCray. McCray has it, turns the corner at the 40 and to 35 and knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Good bit of deception there by Keith Farkas.
McCray, he showed his moves that time. He put on a nice little move on Anton Marincek and then left him in the dust.
So they spread the field, only they did it with a run, Ryan, not with the pass, but they're certainly getting down. Farkas has got 2 or 3 completions after going 0 for 8 in the first half. He's looked a little better here in the second half pass-wise. Ball at the 32, 1st and 10. Back to pass, Farkas has time, fires it up there. The man is there over the shoulder, can't hold on to it. Intended for Gauthier, and just off his fingertips, 2nd down 10.
Oh, Jessup off the mark that time with Gauthier. Gauthier beat his receiver. Even number 82, Bolton, he had 2 wide receivers wide open.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Stops the clock with 8:12 to go here in the 4th quarter at Stellos Stadium, Division I semifinals. The winner gets Pinkerton next Saturday. Farkas hands it off, and it's Gauthier, and Gauthier this time is hit as he reaches the 30, gets down to the 29. Putting the big wrap on him there was number 81, and that is Derek Wagner.
Also number 63, Joel Pacheco, the bringing down Paradise before he could get anything going.
Pacheco has been very consistent out there this afternoon.
Him and Pacheco and Pena make up one of the 2 best 1-2 punches at D-tackle in the state.
All right, 3rd and 7. Farkas going to keep it, roll to the right, fires it out, complete to the wingman, and that looked like it was McCray. And McCray gets it down inside the 25 to about the 22. It's going to be close. We'll see where they mark it, but this is definitely going to be going for it on 4th down if it is.
That looked like to be a busted play from the get-go, but then Farkas just finds McCray. McCray, nifty footwork once again, breaking tackles.
It is a 1st down. Yeah, McCray started like he was going to run to his right, then he stopped, and he had McCray, he was the wing with Basora as the flanker, and he just popped it to him quickly, and he was able to pull it in the crowd. Now we got a player down, one of the Panthers, no, one of the
Titans.
It looks like number 63.
That'll be Pacheco.
Yeah.
That's a costly injury right now for the Titans if he's not able to go the rest of this half.
So we've got 7:38 exactly to go here in the ball game. It's 42 to 28. And Pacheco's up, coming off under his own steam.
That's a good sign to see right now.
And as we mentioned earlier in our broadcast, coming home this weekend is Cooper Doucette, returning to Nashua. And we are told that Super Coop will be here Thanksgiving Day for the game, and that has been his goal since he went into the hospital.
That's great news to have him here on Thanksgiving Day.
A lot of the bright yellow Super Coop shirts around, as well as the white T-shirts being sold, and
it's great to see the community get by.
It really has
Cooper
been wonderful.
Doucette.
You're right.
You know, really great to see that. We wish him all the best of luck.
All right, the handoff this time goes to Paradise, and Paradise breaks it down inside the 20 to about the 15. Pick up on the play of about 6, 2nd down and 4. And got to give credit to North Principal Dave Ryan and his staff for their way they've reacted. Farkas back to pass, pump fakes, fires it up there, touchdown! Basora! A 15-yard touchdown pass. It's now 42-34. So don't go away, folks.
Hold on a minute. They might be calling this one back.
There's a discussion. And we'll see now as Paul Page comes out.
Oh, that is a
An
costly.
eligible receiver downfield. So not only do they lose the play, but I believe they lose the down.
Yep. Oh, a costly penalty that time for the Panthers. Nelson Preserve wide open. No one was running with him. And, that'll take back a touchdown by the Panthers.
And that was a great pump fake by
was
Farkas,
it?
too. This is what gives coaches gray hair.
Yeah.
So they lose the down. They lose the touchdown, even more importantly. And it'll be now 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Farkas hands it off and trying to go up the middle and going nowhere is Paradise, as he has just wrapped up 71. And that's Joe Dudka. And Blaze also in on the stop, and he loses 2. It's now 3rd. I guess he didn't lose the down.
Nope, they didn't lose the down.
I guess it's 3rd now and 12.
3rd down long for the Panthers, and Blaze that's met Paradise right at the line of scrimmage. Boom, pushed him back.
And this is going to be this is definitely 4-down territory. I mean, you're down, you're down 2 scores with 6:40 to go, clock running. Farkas under the center. Farkas hands it off to Paradise. Paradise breaks off 1 tackle, gets down across the 15, down to about the 12-yard line, close to a 1st down. We'll see where they mark it. In any event, you're going to go for it on 4th down anyway.
Absolutely.
Because the clock is now starting to become their victim, and now they're going to bring the chains in. It is that close. Hard to tell from here. It's in the shadows.
We got the sun coming at us a little bit.
Yeah, we're using the pillar here to block the sun out. But we'll tell you in a minute now that they put the stakes down.
Another strong run that by Paradise. And we've seen some of the best running backs in the state this afternoon with Williams and Paradise, McCray and Gathright. 4 of the best.
4th and inches. So Besor wide to the right. In the slot right, it is McCray. Paradise now, they're changing things around. Paradise and McCray are in the backfield. Slot is to the left. Farkas hands it off to McCray. He gets hit by the line of scrimmage and stopped. He gets hit and stopped. What a defensive play. Number 48, Devin Blaze.
Wow, that time the Titans defense read that play perfectly, and Blaze came up and just hit Paradise right up the middle. And they did that with number 63, Joel Pacheco, out of the ball game. And the Titans were still able to get pressure up front. And wow, that could be the game for the Panthers unless they come up with something defensively.
Well, they got to make a stop here. Titans take over at their own 13-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:07 to go. They lead by 2 TDs, and that could have been a backbreaker. And the handoff goes to Williams. Williams breaks up across the 15, gets stood up and dropped there. Pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. You know, a long ground game here, a long drive here, whether North gets points or not, going to take a lot of time off the clock, Ryan, and that's going to become their enemy as well.
Absolutely, and Titans have the personnel to do it. You got Williams and Gathright just running right up the middle, which we've seen they got great chunks of yardage all game, and now it's going to be very costly to see if the Panthers can actually make a stop here, but they really haven't done it all game or in the second half.
2nd down and 8, and this time the handoff goes to Gathright, and Gathright breaks it up to about the 18-yard line. I want to remind you, at the end of the game, after I do the wrap-up here with the scoring, Ryan will have interviews with the winning coach and some post-game interviews, so don't turn the set off when the game's over. Ryan will be down on the field and getting reaction to what has been one heck of a game, regardless of the winner. I mean, you certainly get your money's worth here today, and you also got, let's see, 50, 70 points so far. A big 3rd down here, 3rd and 4 for the Titans. And faking the pass is Carhanis, and he is going to be short, I believe, of the 1st down. Again,
Michael Brennan tripped up Carhanis that time, but we'll see where the ball is spotted.
We'll see where they mark it. And the official is holding up his fist. That indicates it is a 4th down. So it's a 4th down and 1. And all right, Jason Roby.
Looks like they're going to go for it here. Wow. I think they're going to call timeout
now. They tried to use the long count to see if they could draw South offside. So now he'll go out and talk. Now, if they come back out in this lineup,
then it gets a little bit interesting.
You know, Jason, it really is a remarkable story. Jason and Scott Knight, both brought to Nashua by former coach Billy Hardy, who you played for, Ryan.
Yes.
And with the separation of the schools, each man went their own way, but their friendship has remained. Their coaching techniques, their responsibilities, respect for the process and the programs have remained. And the two of them really are a tribute to what has come very quickly, despite some early naysayers that said Nashua wouldn't be in a championship game forever with the split. And we've had South win a championship. North was in it last year, and obviously one of these clubs is going to be in it this year.
Yeah, well, South had the easier road. They had Billy Farrader and David Zacco, and they got to the championship game first along with the postseason. But Roby, you know, a lot of people thought, you know, can he get the job done? And, you know, last year was it. The first time they made the postseason as a school. And once again, they're back in it, and he has done a remarkable job as well. Give both Coach Knight and Coach Roby great hand as they've really turned things around for both programs. And first time ever, we're seeing a great game between these two teams in the postseason.
All right, Mutte's going to kick single safety for South is Paradise, and Mutte gets it away. It's a high kick, and it's going to bounce. Going to take a South bounce, going backwards all the way back inside the 40, and finally is down to the 38-yard line. But Mutte just kicked one that would bring rain.
Wow, what a great bounce for the Panthers that time. And now they will set up with very good field position inside the Titans area. And then really, it sets up perfectly. If they can get a quick score here, and even, I don't know if they go with onside kick or maybe force the Titans to go 3 and out here, but really it sets up perfectly with 4:12 to go.
And this is the best field position that they've started in all afternoon. It's actually on the Titan side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it only took 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
All right, Farkas calling signals. Farkas back to pass. Has time, looking. Now he runs. Now he's going to be sacked. Too much time, good coverage downfield. And finally getting to him was number 81, and that's Derek Wagner. And a loss on the play at 2 yards. It'll be a second down and 12, but he just had all the time in the world, but great secondary coverage.
Yeah, the only person that really got free at the end was Brandon Gauthier, but by then, Farkas was going down for the sack.
So second down and 12. Lone running back is Paradise. Slot formation. Gauthier goes in motion, and the handoff goes to Paradise. He stutters at the 40, 35, cuts back inside, 30. Still on his feet, down to the 26-yard line, and a first down.
Nice run for Paradise, just weaving his way in between traffic. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage, get things going right again with only 3 minutes to go here.
The ball is at the 26-yard line. Gauthier in motion, and the handoff again goes to Paradise. Paradise breaks it to the left side, across the 25, and down immediately. Coming up to make the stop from the secondary was number 31, and that is Mark Levine. And that brings up a third down and 8, and the clock runs with 3:10 to go here in the ball game.
Nice tackle that time by Levine to take down Paradise at the ankles and trip him up. Only a short gain on the play.
Now remember, Titans stopped South when they were here just a few minutes ago on a 4th down.
It's second down here with 8 to go, and they got to get things going here. Just look at the sideline for the play.
And a handoff. No, the pitchback goes to Gathright. He's going to be hit in the backfield and thrown for a loss. Slowing him down initially was number 5, and that is Marinchik, who's been the go-to guy on offense. And then he was thrown for the loss all the way back to the 26. And the South will call a timeout here with 2:44 to go. They have a big 3rd down and 10 facing them.
A questionable call on 2nd down and 8. You go with the pitch that time, and Marinchik was there to slow things down. And Devin Blaze once again finishing it up for the Titans on defense.
And the other thing is, this is the second time these two guys have played this year. There isn't anything in your basic offensive package that Jason Roby doesn't know about or Scott Knight doesn't know about coming from Jason. And so, yeah, if you did put a wrinkle in for today, now might be the time to use it.
Absolutely. What better? You can't wait till next week because, you know, you're not playing next week unless you get into the end zone and try for an onside kick or a turnover right now. But, yeah, you really need to throw something at the defense because, really, Titans are just loading up the box. They don't even have a safety anywhere deep at all. They're just saying, all right, you know, beat us if you can.
Well, here's the situation. We have 2 minutes, 44 seconds to go. It's 42-28, so South needs to score twice. And they have it now 3rd down and 10 at the Titans' 26-yard line. McRae is the lone running back with Farkas in motion now. It is number 21, and that's Pulio. And Farkas back pass, fires it up there, and the man is there. He has it. Touchdown for number 30, number 30, Brent Gauthier.
Oh, Farkas that time. They got a great fake on the handoff to slow the secondary down of the Titans, and then Farkas brought it back, and Gauthier running all alone down the middle for the score. Brendan Gauthier was just waiting for the ball because he was that wide open.
34-42 with 2.5 minutes to go. Now the point after by Dennis. Waiting for the snap from center. Bad snap. Good handle on it by the holder. Great job, and he puts it up and in. Nice job in there by number 21, the holder, Pulio, to pick up that low snap. And as they come back upfield, it is now a one-score game. It's 35 for South, 42 for North.
Great drive by the Panthers to get the ball down, and a very good call that time to go down the middle to Gauthier for the score. And now 2:39. Do you go the onside kick, or do you put the momentum of the game in your defensive hands to try to make a stop? Because I don't know if they can stop the Titans' rushing attack with Williams and Gathright this late in the ballgame.
Well, a good drive here by North. South has 2 timeouts left. Ball control here would certainly should be at the forefront for the Titans. Now they're bringing everybody up. They got one deep man, back deep, all by his lonesome is Garthright. Yes, Jamar Garthright is standing at about his own 8-yard line, and all the hands people are kind of up between the 50 and the 40, waiting for the kickoff here by Chris Dennis for the Panthers. Mr. Orange Shoes comes up, and it's a a line drive kick rather that is taken by Javon Williams at the 40-yard line. And so good field position for the Titans, even if they have to punt. If they can get a couple of moves, they'll put South deep in their territory. But the main thing now is the running game, ball control, make South burn their timeouts, and run the clock out. We've got 2:37 to go.
Well, just like that, line drive kick by Dennis, and Javon Williams just right at him. He handled that ball perfectly. If you're going to kick like that, you might as well just kick it deep if you had no chance to recover it. It gives the Titans great field position at the 40-yard line.
All right, again, the ends are split, and the handoff goes to number 27, and that is Jamar Garthright, and he gets up to about the 43. And again, 1 or 2 first downs on the ground should about do it.
Absolutely.
For the Titans. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run. 2:15 to go, and I'm sure the Titans are going to burn every second they can off the clock before they run the play.
Yes, they will.
The winner meets Pinkerton. They beat Salem today, 24-21.
The defending champs knocked out of the postseason.
And this time the handoff goes to Williams. Williams breaks up across the 45 to the 47-yard line, and the timeout is called by the Panthers. I believe they have 1 left.
Now this is going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Titans, and really, the Panthers need to get a big stop here while the Titans are going to try to move the ball down and get a home with the victory here and meet the Astros in the championship game.
You know, we talked about Jason and Scott being familiar with each other, having come through the system together. In the other game today at Pinkerton and Salem, you had 2 veterans, Brian O'Reilly and Jack Getty.
Yes.
I mean, Jack has been around almost as long as I have. And 2 classy gentlemen, run great programs, and you know, you had all of the spectrum covered today as far as the coaches in these Division I games. 2
of the best in the state, and really those 2 teams are no strangers at all, because I believe about 3 years ago they were playing in the championship game back and forth the last couple times, and Pinkerton got the best of them. And last year Salem was able to knock off Pinkerton, and now the Astros are back on top of the Blue Devils. And great job that both those 2 teams have done throughout the year.
Well, a big 3rd down and 4 here for the Titans from their own 46-yard line. And the handoff, of course, goes to Williams. Stutter step, line of scrimmage. He's got the first down and more. He's up across 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown. 54 yards. And that, my friends, is the icing on the cake.
That is going to do it for the Titans. How ironic. Andre Williams got things started with a long touchdown run, and he's going to finish things with a long touchdown run. Just right up the middle. No pressure that time by the Panthers. Everyone over-pursued him pretty much. And then when Andre Williams got into the second tier, no one was able to bring him down. And what we just saw was another long touchdown run by Andre Williams, his 4th of the afternoon, and that will do it for the Titans.
Well, I tell you, a 59 to start and a 54 to end, and the point after is up and good by Reagan. And how big a third down play was that? That was even better than a first down, folks.
Yes.
49-35 is now the score. Unbelievable. 84 points. And we thought it was going to be close.
Yes. Man. 4 touchdowns by Andre Williams. They must be over 200 yards, clearly. And he has really been the difference maker for the Titans today.
Well, history is being made. This is the first time these two teams have met in the postseason. And as it was the first time they met, North won the first regular season encounter, and now they're winning the first postseason encounter.
It's simply remarkable where these two teams have come, and just to see the turnout here, the fans getting behind these two teams, and just the performance that they put on the field, this shows that these two teams are going really good in the future and beyond. The way that they really have turned things around, and especially the offensive side of the ball. The spread formation has been really remarkable in the type of points that they can put up.
All right, there's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. Going to be taken by Paradise at his own 8-yard line. 15, 20. Breaks it inside, 25. Stopped right there. That's going to be it. Number 4, Ryan Gauthier, and number 47, Cam Duval. Stop him there at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. You know, I talked to Tom Maria, the new athletic director, before the game. And he says, Ed, how could you ask for a better start to your new job than to have your two high school teams playing together in the semifinals, making history because it's the first time they play together, and knowing that one of them is going to go on to the state championship. He says, it's been a great fall, been a great start for his job. And, of course, he's a proud new dad. Brand new baby girl. Brand new baby girl about 4 weeks ago. All right, here come the South. I mean, don't count them out yet, folks. They got a minute 37. There is still plenty of time, as they've shown us this afternoon. Farkas back to pass. Looking. Fires it over the middle. It is complete and hit immediately. The reception made by Gauthier, and he is down immediately at the 35. It'll bring up a second down and about 1, but first downs right now are irrelevant.
Yep, Farkas that time hit Gauthier, but just short. Actually, they're going to give it the first down for him, which will stop the clock. It looked a little bit short that time.
Back to pass again, Farkas. You know what's happening. It's a little flare pass out here to Paradise. Paradise 35, 40. Still on his feet, 45. Cuts it inside 50. Gets a block. Down to the 45. And finally brought down by number 8, Eric Nashua. Who else?
Yes, I mean, that time.
Mute. Who else? He has been everything on defense that Williams has been on offense.
That he has. Mute stopping Paradise in his tracks before he could really rip off a big gain.
Clock running, 1:15 to go. Farkas back to pass. He needs 2 touchdowns. He fires it deep out here. It's intended for Garthright, a little underthrown. Garthright has slipped and fallen. He's helped up there by number 31, Mark Levine, but it was underthrown, so that'll stop the clock with 1:10. 49-35, a total of 84 points have been scored here this afternoon after it started fast and strong with North. And it has just been a great game for the fans.
We've seen a lot of underthrown balls by Farkas today. He really just seems to be missing something right now, and Gauthier wasn't able to come back for the ball in that last play.
Farkas back, steps up, going to be hit, and he's going to, ball is loose. Ball is scrambled for, and I don't know. It looks like number 77 came up with it. He did for the South Panthers, and that was Nick Marquis.
Joe Duca that time really hit Farkas hard from behind to force the fumble. Luckily, the Panthers gave it back, but give Tim Courteau also a lot of credit. He was the one that forced Farkas from the pocket.
We're under a minute to go now, the clock running. It's a 3rd down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Farkas dropping back to pass again, looking, fires it out there, and it is incomplete. Intended for number 2, McRae, and that'll stop the clock with 34 seconds, bring up a 4th down and 10. And it looks like Jason Roby and the Titans are going to be having a date next Saturday in Derry, New Hampshire against the Pinkerton Academy Astros. And reminder, after we do the wrap-up here, we'll be going down the field. Ryan will be talking with Jason and the victorious Titans going to the championship game for the 2nd year in a row. Farkas, play action, firing it up there, and it is complete. It is complete to number 4 down there at the 16-yard line, number 3 rather, Basora. And so what a collision between Basora and Mute. And that'll stop the clock while they move the chains, and it'll start it up again, 27 seconds. Clock is running, and Farkas is looking for the play.
Yeah, you need to get this ball off here.
They're making substitutions.
You got your double was down to 10 seconds here.
The ball is finally snapped at 13. Farkas, play action, rolling to the left, rolling, firing out there. It's complete to Basora, and he's going to be hit and down at the 8-yard line, and that, my friends, is going to do it.
Looked like they're going to stop it for the first down. He might have got it at that time, but yeah, once the clock is going to start right up again here.
And this time they're up there. They seem to have a play call this time. It's 1st and goal now, and now the officials are going to stop it. Charge timeout to the Panthers. Well, unless they, I don't know, 4.8 of a second, they need 2 touchdowns.
Yes, but like you mentioned, pull this off. Yeah. Like you mentioned, they were just looking back to the sideline for the play, and that time you have to hurry up and get it.
They lost 10 seconds. They lost 10 seconds on that last call.
And if you're looking back, you have a timeout in your back pocket. Use it to save some of the time. And now, 4 seconds to go. It seems to be over.
They need 14 points, and they got 4.8 seconds to do it. Now, even if they score in a long pass play here, the most they're going to do is have 2 seconds left, and then the kickoff is going to take care of that. So they're going down fighting, and it has been a classic game, good game by both teams, good sportsmanship, and relatively penalty-free.
Yeah, you really haven't seen maybe 4 penalties on each team. That's remarkable.
Here it is, last play of the game perhaps. Farkas all alone in the backfield. Back to pass, blitzes on. Farkas on the quarterback draw, fires at the end of the end zone, and it is complete. Is it a touchdown or is time? No. They're waving it off. It's over. The Titans have won 49-35 as the player got his lines confused. He was out of the end zone, so that's it. The Titans are going to the championship again, back-to-back, and hopefully the future this year will be better. The turnout this year will be better than last year's. Unbelievable game, but a well-played game. 49-35 is the final. The Titans win, and Ryan, what can you say?
Titans were the better team right from the get-go. We saw they came out, they were ready to play. The Panthers did not look like the team that we saw in the first half all year, but the Titans, they looked ready to play. Andre Williams, what can you say? 4 touchdowns. He surely had himself a game. And also Anton Morinchek, Mr. Clutch. Every time the Titans needed a big play, he was the one that delivered, and the Titans were going back to the championship game, 2nd time in a row. Now they'll try to revenge their loss from Salem last year and bring home the trophy as they take on a very talented Pinkerton Astro team.
You have to wonder, did the decision by Scott Knight and the Panthers to defer after winning the toss, did that fire up North, giving them a little attitude, or you have to wonder about that thinking in retrospect now, seeing what's happened. I mean, on the first play from scrimmage, we had the 59-yard run by Andy Williams, and that kind of set the tone for this afternoon.
Yeah, you would think so. You have such a great high-power offense on your sideline. Instead, you kick it off and give the Titans the ball first. That might be a little question that will come back to haunt the Panthers team as they'll have to go back and think about this one.
Well, the Panthers will have time to prepare for the 16th meeting, which is Thanksgiving morning here at Stellos. And Jason Roby will live to go to the dance again and hopefully bring back the big plaque from the NHIAA. We're going to wrap things up here for you, and Ryan is going to be down on the field as he makes his way down there now. to talk to the winning coach and players. And, yeah, it's been that kind of an afternoon. South won the toss, and they decided to defer, so North received. On the first play from scrimmage after a good run back on the kickoff, Andre Williams galloped 59 yards. Regan made the point after, and all of a sudden, it was 7-0. As South was trying to get themselves into the game, on the next drive, Marinchik intercepted a pass by Farkas, and at 7:01, Gathright took it in from 10 yards out. Reagan's extra point made it 14-0. That's the way the first quarter ended. In the second quarter, just into the second quarter, North scored their third touchdown, a 33-yard pass from Carhanis to Utah. And the point after was no good, and it was a 20-0 lead for the North Titans. With 10 minutes to go in that second quarter, South got on the board when Paradise took it in from 10 yards. The point after by Dennis was good. It was a 27 game. North came right back, stalled. A 24-yard field goal attempt was no good. South got the ball back, and as they were threatening, with 5 seconds to go, they fumbled deep in their own territory, and another field goal attempt by North was attempted and missed. So at halftime, it was 20-7. The third quarter, South received. The first kickoff went out of bounds. The second kickoff, there was an offsides. The third kickoff was an 87-yard kickoff return by Paradise. The kick was good by Dennis, and all of a sudden it's 20-14. With 7:41 to go, Andre Williams got his second touchdown of the afternoon when he took it in from 4 yards out, 26-14. Then they went for the two-point conversion, and Kahanis found Duval in the back of the end zone, 28-14. South, not to be deterred, came back at 4:41, an 8-yard Paradise run. The point after by Dennis was good, and all of a sudden, it's 28-21. North with 1:36 to go in the third. 18-yard run by Williams, his hat-trick touchdown of the afternoon, making it 34-21. The kick was good, 35-21. With 8 seconds to go in the third quarter, South came back on a 33-yard pass from Farkas to Besora. Point after by Dennis was good, and it's 35-28, a 7-point lead going into the fourth quarter. At 9:58 of the fourth quarter, Williams had a touchdown. The point after by Reagan was good, as Williams got his fourth touchdown, and all of a sudden it's a two-touchdown lead again, 42-28. With 7:13 to go, Farkas finds Bashore again and makes the score then 42-34, except there was an ineligible receiver downfield for South, so the penalty was negated. South then at 2:39 had a 26-yard pass from Farkas to Gauthier. Point after was good, and now it's 42-35. And then with 1:43 to go, Mr. Williams put the frosting on the cake, as on a crucial third down play, he gallops 54 yards into the end zone. The point after was good. The final 49-35, as South came roaring back, but they just ran out of time, and on the last play, the player was out of the end zone and time expired. And so, for the second year in a row, the Titans will be going to the championship game next Saturday at Derry against Pinkerton Academy. And the Panthers will prepare for Thanksgiving Day when they'll meet the Titans again. So the season series now is even at one game apiece. Back on October 9th, it was a 38-21 win for the Purple Panthers. Today it's a 49-35 win for the Titans. And who knows how many points we're going to see put on the scoreboard come Thanksgiving morning in just about 15, 16 days. Going to be interesting. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I hope you've enjoyed the game here on Nashua's ETV, Channel 99, operated by the Nashua School District. The educational channel is designed to provide coverage of the school board special meetings and regular meetings, as well as activities in Nashua's public and private schools and colleges. I'm Ed Leishus. Want to thank Ryan Richer for his assistance today. And speaking of Ryan, we're going to go down on the field now, and he's going to have an interview with Coach Jason Roby and the victorious Titans.
Well, after a great game here in the Gate City where the Titans prevail 49-35, we have one of the star players of today's game on Nashua Titans offense and defense who really made clutch plays, Anton Marinchek. And Anton, really, you stepped up with some great catches on 4th down and third down.
Yeah. We just came here today. We were all ready. We lost in the regular season, and we all knew what we had to do. And a bunch of us had to make plays. We all did that. I mean, we missed some tackles and stuff, but we made plays today just like we knew we had to.
And defensively, you were able to pick off Keith Vargas, which led to another touchdown early in the first half.
Yeah, it's just repetition in practice. We really worked hard. And, we read their offense really nice, and we made sure that we knew what we were doing out there.
And what does it mean to beat South and go on to the state championship game?
It means everything. This is a huge game. We're never worried. We're always prepared, and it just means everything to win. It's huge game.
And now looking ahead, you have the Astros, who you guys beat early in the regular season. What do you expect out of that game?
They're gonna come out hard. We just gotta be prepared this week and do what we gotta do. Play them like we did last time, just 100% every down.
Well, thank you very much, Anton.
Right,
Best of luck down the road against Pinkerton.
All right, thank you.
And now I got the winning coach of the Nashua North Titans, Jason Roby. And Coach, talk about your team's performance.
It was unbelievable. I think both teams played tremendous, but today our kids got out to that big 20-0 lead, and I think that made the difference because we knew how powerful an offense South has. It was a matter of time before they figured out what we were trying to do schematically on defense, so we had to hold on there. But our kids just persevered all year. We got to this point not the way that we wanted to, but we got here. We've been through a lot this year as a football team, and I'm happy for our kids, our coaches. I'm happy for our school. It's just, to get back to this point, it's not easy. Anybody that tells you that it is lying, because this is difficult to get to this level of football, especially in Division I. We have such great teams. Man, I'm just ecstatic right now, and I'm excited to start preparing for next week.
And talk about your performance of Andre Williams, Anton Marinchek, Carhanis, Gathright. They seem all to come up huge in clutch times during the game.
Yeah, big players make big plays in big games, and there was no bigger stage than this today. Those guys needed to play huge, as did our defensive line and our offensive line. Now, those guys enabled those things to happen, and I think sometimes that gets overlooked. Eric Muite had a couple of nice catches out there. You mentioned Anton, Dre, Jamar, Brandon Carcanis. What can you say about him? Kid that doesn't get all the accolades. A kid like Cameron Duval, who played linebacker for us and tight end for us. We went into our tight end set. Mark Levine coming in and doing his part. Just our offensive line's been solid all year, and they never get mentioned, and they don't want any credit. They just want to win. And man, again, this is a very special group of kids, and they deserve this, and we'll enjoy it today. We'll start preparing for Pinkerton tomorrow morning.
And what does this game mean for the city of Nashua, for you guys being the first time in the postseason?
It's huge. And you look at that scoreboard. I mean, this was two very good football teams going at it, and you knew you were going to get this today. I knew we were going to get it. I think that anytime you put two Nashua teams full of Nashua kids, where there's so much at stake, you're going to get the best out of every kid, and you saw the best out of every kid today in Nashua. I mean, I'm proud of my kids. I'm proud of those kids on the other sideline too. And Coach Knight and his staff do a terrific job. And just what a great game, what a great atmosphere. The city couldn't ask for anything more. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
And finally, looking ahead, you have the Pinkerton Astros, who you guys beat in the regular season. Now you go back to their place once again, this time for the championship.
That was a long time ago, and I know Coach O'Reilly's probably telling his kids right now, and they probably want a shot at us because we were the only in-state team to beat them this year, and our Division I team to beat them this year, and I know they'll be ready, but we'll be ready too. We've come a long way since that game. Also, you're not going to face the same North team that you faced week 3 or whatever it was. We'll be ready to play, and any Brian O'Reilly coach team will be ready to play too, and hopefully we can, give the city something to be proud of after this week. Big shoes to fill after today, but hopefully we can bring the title back to Nashua again, and we're going to go to Derry and give it our best shot next week.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
That was Coach Roby of the winning Nashua North Titans as they go on to beat their arch rival 49-35 here at Stellos Stadium next week as they take on the Pinkerton Astros. For Nashua's ETV, I'm Ryan Richer. Have a great afternoon, everyone.